It's week 3 of Indiana high school football, and conference play starts up with a Sagamore Conference matchup pitting the Lebanon Tigers against the Danville Warriors. We welcome you into Hendricks Regional Health Field on the campus of Danville High School, and tonight's game is brought to us by Endeavor Communications. Internet speeds up to a gig. Learn more at weendeavor.com, and by Warner Financial. From investments and planning for retirement to partnerships and tax strategy, Warner Financial does it all. Again, we welcome you to Hendricks Regional Health Field at Danville High School. Rob Brown alongside Joe Polizzi with you tonight on the ISC Sports Network. And good matchup here tonight, Coach, as we work through this Masters Heating and Cooling pregame show. Masters Heating and Cooling brings you our first look of the game. Make Masters your first call for all of your heating and cooling needs, because Masters gets there faster. Call 866-824-HEAT or log on to mastersheatcool.com when you need them. And as we mentioned in the open, this matchup, a Sagamore Conference game, as the 7-game conference schedule kicks off across the west central part of Indiana tonight. And, Coach, these two teams are in markedly different spots, although both of them coming off of losses last week. Lebanon still looking for its first win at 0-2. Meanwhile, Danville comes in at 1-1.
Well, it's nothing like getting that first league game under your belt. Both teams extremely excited. What a great night, a gorgeous day weather-wise, gorgeous evening, and the stands are packed. Tons of excitement, tons of enthusiasm, and yes, both teams are desperate for a victory. And I'm sure we're going to see that type of football game where they're just getting after each other, and that's exciting.
Big crowd expected tonight, as Coach mentioned, and it's youth night here at Danville. All of the grade school level programs, the middle school programs, all on hand tonight in their jerseys, and they will form the run-out tunnel as the hometown Danville Warriors will take the field here in a few moments, as we're about 15 minutes or so prior to kickoff tonight here west of downtown Indianapolis in Danville. We mentioned both these teams came off of losses last week, Lebanon losing at home to a 6A program in Zionsville 31-3. That's the biggest school on Lebanon's schedule. Lebanon a 4A program, Danville a 3A program. Danville played its only 4A opponent in the non-conference last week. A game, Coach, that you and I had. Mooresville defeated Danville 28-12. That was a 14-12 Mooresville lead late in the third quarter, so the 16-point margin maybe not indicative of how the game played out for 48 minutes.
Well, I think we commented during the course of that game how steady Danville was improving and how much they were going to be a factor toward the rest of their season. I think that we saw they have flashes of brilliance both offensively and defensively if they can take care of some of the things that kept them from winning, which we'll talk about in a minute. Lebanon is they've got a number of players going both ways. That's going to be interesting to see. Fortunately, tonight it's a much better evening than what we saw last night. Both teams, I'm sure, are conditioned for it, but it's just going to be an exciting battle.
Well, this conference matchup, both of these teams, both of these coaches, both Jamie Comer and Jeff Smock expressed when we caught up with them midweek that this is kind of a game that both of these coaching staffs circle as if you can get this win and start off conference play winning this specific matchup, you can really go a long way to set yourself up to win a league title.
That is so important to get on top of it all to start with rather than playing from underneath 500. It's absolutely right. The team that gets this is definitely going to be on a launching pad for a great year and a shot at a conference championship.
Last season, Lebanon went 5-2 in the league and finished third. Meanwhile, Danville, with a down season conference-wise, finished 3-4 and tied for fifth. Tri-West and Western Boone both finished 6-1 in the league. Tri-West winning the league title by way of defeating Western Boone in the head-to-head. So these two teams looking to get off to a good start in conference play. We're going to go ahead and step out for the national anthem. When we come back, we'll have Coach's Keys, and we'll take you up to kickoff from Danville as it's Indiana High School football on the ISC Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Jason Warner.
And I'm Christy Calderon.
At Warner Financial, our vision is to redefine what it means to partner with a financial institution.
We bring together expertise and dedication with a relentless focus on your financial success.
Our drive is to create a strategy that aligns your unique goals by crafting tailored financial solutions to guide you through life's milestones.
Together, we'll navigate the complexities and turn financial challenges into opportunities.
Reach out today for a no-cost consultation and experience the difference of partnering with Warner Financial.
Food, shelter, fast Wi-Fi. It's all we really need. Good thing Endeavor has the fast, reliable internet it takes to power all the Wi-Fi hungry gadgets in your home. All at once. With speeds up to 10 gig, get smooth HD streaming video, gaming, music, and surfing, all with no waiting, no buffering, no kidding. Call or click WeEndeavor.com and upgrade to Indiana's fastest internet today.
Ball here. Harris scores. With 19 seconds. Fake players, big boy. I'm telling you right now, that's awesome. I love it. Oh! That's the finish. You get a layup to take it. And an and one. Fly ball. Out of here.
Back at Danville High School as the 1-1 home team Warriors hosting the 0-2 Lebanon Tigers in the Sagamore Conference opener. First of 7 conference games in this week 3 to start it off. Taking a look at the other Sagamore Conference games, Crawfordsville is at Western Boone, Southmont at North Montgomery, and Tri-West, last year's champions, is at Frankfort. Danville has won 9 Sagamore Conference titles since joining the league in 1999, last one coming 2 years ago in 2021. Lebanon's last Sagamore Conference title, 2006. Lebanon, a founding member of the Sagamore Conference dating back to 1967. Well, as we see Danville about to make its entrance from the locker room across the parking lot of the main school building, run through that tunnel of future Danville Warriors. Let's go ahead and take a look at Coach's keys to tonight's contest.
Well, as we know, all the fundamentals are what play an important role in winning and losing early on, and you start with playing run defense. You got to be able to stop the run. If you can stop the run and force teams to pass and be able to heat them up with some pressure, then you got a great chance to win. Also, with Lebanon, you just got to be more consistent. They've been struggling offensively to find something they can really hang their hat on, and I think that is going to be a huge key for tonight. And also, you've heard the adage, more games are lost than won. Well, that's definitely a case with both these teams tonight. You got to be able to eliminate the turnovers, eliminate the penalties, take away the things that make you lose the game so that you can get your feet on the ground, play with great balance and confidence, and then you've got a much better chance to win. Those are the keys for tonight.
Well, let's throw some stats up to kind of back those up a little bit further. We mentioned Danville losing by 16 on this field last Friday night to Mooresville. That was a 2-point game late in the third quarter before Mooresville scored 2 touchdowns in the final 14 minutes. Danville's defense gave up 230 rush yards in the second half. Most of those came from Mooresville's quarterback, Hogan Denny, and that was of anything, when we talked with Jamie Comer during the week, that was the one thing he put a gold star next to, Coach, that's got to be better tonight.
Well, it's definitely a factor. In a lot of those long runs, that comes back to the fundamentals, the things we're talking about. You got to eliminate the things that make you lose games. And every run play, there's a pursuit pattern where everybody's got to get in the right place or big plays happen. And I'm sure they worked hard on that this week in their pursuit drills and running to the football. If you take a proper angle, you should be able to stop things from breaking the long runs, and I think that's what hurt them, along with the fact that Mooresville's quarterback is a heck of a player.
Hogan Denny's pretty good. He's pretty good athlete under center. Meanwhile, Lebanon through 2 games, as this is week 3, about to kick off here in about 6 minutes. Lebanon's offense still looking for its first touchdowns. The Tigers were shut out in week 1 against Pendleton Heights. That was a scoreless game at halftime that Pendleton ended up winning 15-0. And then last week, Lebanon managing just a field goal on the scoreboard in a 31-3 home loss to Zionsville. So the Tigers looking for their first touchdown of the season. Graduated a veteran quarterback from last year's team, Jackson Folden, the junior, starts at quarterback. He was a receiver last year. And, Coach, how difficult is that to not only work in a new quarterback, but work in a new quarterback who is changing positions? It's not like he was the primary backup last year.
It's very difficult, and what we're seeing here with their offense is not uncommon. But what I saw in warm-ups before the game is a quarterback that's got a nice arm, a good release. It's just so difficult to at this point of the season to identify what it is that we can do offensively, and I'm sure that's what the Lebanon coaches have been working on, and we'll see if they can come up with an answer tonight. But they're against a very staunch defense too, so it'll be an interesting thing to watch.
Some players to look out for. We'll maybe target one on each side of the football. Keeping with that Lebanon offense, Brendan Shockley, as the Tigers graduated their lead tailback last year. Shockley, maybe he's one of the few bright spots so far for this Lebanon offense. He did have 100 yards rushing last week at Zionsville, the junior with 174 yards through 2 games. That certainly is something when you're still trying to get a new quarterback's legs underneath him. You get a reliable tailback back there, you can rely on him to carry some of the load.
Well, that is certainly something to build off of. If you're blocking well enough and the young man's running hard enough to get 100 yards against a team like Zionsville that you know they're tough and physical, then you've got something to build off of, and that's exciting for me to hear that Lebanon is going to be able to run that football tonight because, as I mentioned, quarterback's got a nice arm.
Well, speaking of running the football, I know last week, Coach, when we had the Mooresville-Danville game, you were both on air and off air gushing about Evan Lawrence, the left tackle, the senior for Danville, the 6'7", 255-pounder who's committed to Indiana University.
It's how often do we bring up a lineman as the player to watch, but he is just he is an ideal looking physically young man, can move his feet, he blocks well. You could tell he's well coached with his fundamentals, and from what I understand, he's kind of new to the sport. So he is really something to build off of. And as this team progresses and is able to run the football and mix it up, they're going to have great success before it's all over.
Well, and then on the defensive side of the ball, you look at Lebanon. Caden Lark does not have a tackle yet, the cornerback, but he's an athletic, long, at 5'11". He's a 6'5" high jumper. And, Coach, the thing that popped off the reports this week, you look at Caden Lark. Last year, he had a punt return touchdown, an interception return touchdown, and a fumble return touchdown. On the short list, there were less than 10 players in the entire state that could make that claim last year. So you're dealing with a top-notch athlete at the cornerback spot.
Very skilled, very skilled. And you could see before the game in the warm-ups that they have talent. They have athletes. They got some people that can move. Now it's just a matter of finding yourself offensively and doing what we talked about earlier. Eliminate mistakes. Take away the things that get you beat so you can play good, solid football the way you're coached every day in practice.
And on the defensive side for Lebanon, Stephen Webb, their leading tackler, coming in with 16 stops over 2 games. The junior linebacker was their leading tackler last year as a sophomore, and he got the lone Danville defensive takeaway last year with an interception in the red zone of Hogan Denny that stopped a Mooresville drive early in the third quarter. So the team's out at midfield. Danville clad in the home burgundy. We call that burgundy? We're going to go with burgundy.
Looks burgundy.
Silver numbers.
You're asking the wrong guy.
Black trim. We discussed this last week. Lebanon in the traveling all whites with the black numerals and lettering and the gold trim.
Just love seeing all the youngsters out there lining the field. That's just a mark of a great program. Everybody talks about culture. Danville's always had a culture. They have traditionally been very, very strong in football, and you can see why. It's important to the administration. The fans have packed the stadium, and you're involving the youngsters, and that just makes it a fun night and also an exciting night with a lot of enthusiasm.
Well, Lebanon has won the toss and elected to defer to the second half. So Danville will get the football first. Sun setting as this field runs north-south, sun setting over our shoulder here behind us in the press box. The shadows will grow longer across the field toward the visiting sideline as the evening moves on. Beautiful night, second week in a row. We've had a really comfortable evening, and that is not the usual MO the first couple weeks that this season beginning in late August and Labor Day weekend. More than a few Friday nights over the years on Labor Day Friday night where it's been north of high 80s, low 90s at kickoff, but a pleasant 83 and sunny tonight.
Yes, this is absolutely gorgeous, and it's so much of a relief, I'm sure, for all the coaches and trainers, and particularly the players, that they don't have to worry about overly concerned with being dehydrated and cramping up and all those things. So they're going to be able to just stay fresh and stay loose and play some football.
Joel Acton, who handles the kickoff and the PAT duties for Lebanon, will kick it away. Grayson Wilson and Teak Tanksley deep for Danville. Tanksley had a couple nice returns last week against Mooresville.
Yep, the tank, he was definitely a factor.
He was involved.
Last week.
He was heavily involved on both sides of the football. Acton about ready to get this one underway from Danville. Happy you're with us on this Labor Day Friday week. We got a great weekend planned and glad you're starting it with us. Sidewinding kick is taken by Wilson at the 15. Working his way up that left hash and brings it out across the 30. Good field position for Danville.
He pretty much said, heck with the wedge, I'm going to make my own way, and he got a nice return out of it.
There's the starters. Connor Soper, the junior, the second year under center. Comes in 347 yards passing over 2 games and 4 touchdowns versus 2 interceptions, both of which he threw last week. It's called 3 interceptions, excuse me. As Acton was late getting the tee off the field, so now we'll get set to go.
That happens, doesn't it? Every game. It seems like every game, even in the NFL, you see that.
Soper under center, and Jack Robinson barges ahead for a couple. Or Sean Robinson, excuse me, on the first down run. Robinson, the leading rusher for Danville last week, had 48 yards on 10 carries. Take a look at the Danville defense. Tage Williamson, number 22, is their leading tackler, coming in with 14 stops. The junior linebacker. Danville plays a 3-4 set. Big number 66, Eli Bridges in the middle, 6'3", 310-pounder on that nose.
He is a load. I'm anxious to see him tonight.
He plays both ways, center on offense. Soper drops on second down, and the pass in the flat is overthrown, intended for Ross.
I'm thinking there's some jitters going on right now. The first trap play was good for a couple yards, and they try to keep the Lebanon defense at home without pressuring too much. We had a guy open there on that crossing route. Get your feet on the ground, start playing some football, and a big 3rd down to start off this football game in the first quarter.
3rd and 8 for the Warriors. The game's first possession. Soper rolling. Now the pocket collapses and he avoids the first tackler, flips it down the sideline, just throws it away. That saved about 5 yards as pursuit behind the line of scrimmage was thinking sack, but Soper dumps it out of bounds, but that sends the punt team on.
Nice job on a 3 and out. Nice job on a 3 and out. Well covered. We had to break that off in a hurry and scramble, and he got out of there with his life and forced a punt. So things are off and running for Lebanon.
Caden Collins is back to punt. Danville punt team had a bad snap that stopped them inside its own 10-yard line, gave Mooresville a very short field. Collins with the rugby-style kick, and it's blocked. Recovered by Danville, but it will not matter as the block punt. Collins tried to go rugby style, and he kicked it right off the back of a Lebanon player. And Lebanon in business with a very short field, just 57 seconds into the ball game.
Yeah, he ran right into the pressure on this kind of scramble kick. Ran right into the pressure, and nice play defensively to get through and make that. And they have excellent field position to start off this first offensive drive.
So Lebanon begins on the Danville 32-yard line. Have a different quarterback than the one that we were given on the list.
If he is
and
a
that's
quarterback.
Caden Lark.
He's a nice-looking athlete.
Caden Lark with the running play. Well, that was a designed kind of wildcat look with the wide receiver lined up as the quarterback. The listed quarterback, Jackson Folden, was on the field for that play. But Lark with the design run is stopped for a loss of 4.
You know, you work all week and you come up with a great play you think is going to stun them on that first play, and defense gets penetration and stops all those wishful thoughts.
Now Folden in shotgun, and flags fly. Pre-snap and delay of game.
Well, we're seeing these issues already. The whole point is to eliminate the things that make you lose. A block punt, penalty here. Eliminate those things so you can play some football.
So a loss of 4 on the first play from scrimmage, 5-yard penalty. Lebanon looking at 2nd down and 19. And come to the line with 5 seconds on the play clock. Pass is through the fingers of Trey Reese, incomplete.
Nice call, the quick slant. It was wide open against that zone coverage of the Warriors. Play that you got to have, and
the correction is Trey Rice, number 3, spelled R-I-E-S. Trey Rice, the senior. Pass went in and out of his hands.
Pretty well thrown and well thought out. The route was perfectly in the spaces in those voids that are always there when you play in zone.
It is Trey Reese. We've just been corrected. Pass in the flat over the head. Bram Langenbartle's in the flat, intended receiver.
Well, you'd like to do something to take advantage of that great start and the great field position. Struggling to find out just what they can do offensively, what they can master offensively.
Well, 4th down and 19. Been told that 44 is Mason Crew, so a number change. And Folden punts it away and blows it into the end zone. So the punt will bring it out to the 20. The Danville defense holds after a block punt gave Lebanon a ideal field position. Well, we have a moment. Let's remind you that tonight's game is brought to us by Endeavor Communications. Endeavor Communications would like to say welcome to the high school football season. They are proud to be part of this local event and wish all the athletes good luck during this competition. Together with their members, Endeavor Communications is committed to helping their local community thrive. For more information about the communities they serve and the services they offer, visit them at weendeavor.com. Danville offense back to work. Robinson again on the carry, able to slash his way out across the 25. Good nice first down carry there.
Nice physical off-tackle play. I think they have decided that they're just going to be physical with this team. Great job by the defense. I'd like to mention that when you come in under those circumstances, when you're back against the wall like that, and you could force negative yards and a punt, that's an excellent job.
Tag Williamson on that last stop. Give to the first man through. That's Woolsey with the second effort. He's got a first down as he lowers the boom out across the 30.
Good hard run and inside trap. That's you could tell how they want to block that big fella in the middle. They're going to block down and run the trap. That's the second time they have tried that call, and this time it hits beautifully.
Pickup of 8.
Good hard run
for Ethan Wooten, who had a 75-yard touchdown catch last week. Did Wooten, running right down the middle of the field, uncontested. First down of the night goes to Danville. Soper looks over the middle and underthrows his intended receiver.
It had to be a bust of some sort. Wideout was running a streak. Quarterback threw the stop. Again, the things that make you lose, the things that put you in a hole. Let's work to play in harmony and take away those things.
Sutton Fullwinder was the intended receiver on that first down throw. Soper 0 for 3 early. Rolling, looking down the field, has an open man as the receiver falls down. Defender falls down. It's caught by Tanksley, and he's wrestled out of bounds, but not before a long gain. Tackled by Sam Kiker.
Beautiful call, beautiful execution, like a flood route where they set.
Down to the 11 and 29. First completion of the game for Soper. Gives to the running back across the formation. That's Woolsey with the stop and go. He's hauled down shy of the 25.
Trying to hit the flank there. Quick hitting outside run. Well blocked. What they're trying to do, as you can see, is run this defense back and forth, sideline to sideline, and then also hit them deep. Good job with the offensive play calling.
Mason Crew on the stop. Again, Mason Crew was listed in our program at 25, but he's wearing 44 tonight in white. Playing a linebacker spot / H-back for the Lebanon Tigers. Second down and 6. Robinson picking his way down near the 20. Setting up third down and short. Spotting just shy of the 20 at the 21. Third down and 2 after pickup of 4.
Well, this Danville staff has obviously found some things they want to work on. They're loving the trips formation and running to the tight end side. They're getting kind of a outman situation there, and that's been very effective for them. Let's see if they can punch it in.
Third down and 2 at the 21-yard line. Soper tried a hard count there. 4 seconds on the play clock.
Nope.
And they didn't get it off.
Nope.
So each team with a delay of game penalty in the books in the first quarter. But the playbook on third and 2 looks dramatically different than the playbook in 3rd and 7, Coach.
Exactly. And they kind of outsmarted themselves there. They saw that linebacker cheating up, He wanted to check and change the play, just didn't have enough time to do it. But you're right, it's a whole different ball game at 3rd and long.
3 receivers all to Soper's left on 3rd and 7. Looking that way. Flush from the pocket, and he's going to be brought down. Brought down and sacked back at the 33-yard line.
So Lebanon is answering with some good defense. It was supposed to be a quick hitter. Quarterback held on to the ball, had to pat the ball, and that always causes trouble. Linemen are blocking for a quick, and the quarterback is patting the ball back there. That is a bad recipe for offensive progress.
Arson Maponda on the sack. 6'3", 205-pound sophomore, number 59, credited with that sack. So it was 3rd and 2. Now with the penalty and the sack, it's 4th and 14. At the Lebanon 33. Flag flies, no, whistle's blown. I don't think the play clock was where the crew wanted it before the ball was snapped. So no penalty, they'll just reload this here.
Gave him a chance to see what the coverage was and maybe call a different route. There are no great routes on 4th and 14. But I'm sure they're going to have an opportunity to get into something they more like.
2 receivers to the right, 1 left. Lebanon crowds the line, sends a blitz. Picked up, Soper going to double coverage, and it's knocked away. Trey Reese went up to knock it away on a pass intended for Caden Collins.
So we've seen both defenses step up and put a stop to what looked like a lethal situation. Very good job for Lebanon defense. Got some pressure on the quarterback, really covered that route beautifully. We got a game on our hands.
Defense is stepping up the first couple drives of this first quarter.
Definitely some missed opportunities with field position and momentum, and good defense stops that every day of the week.
Lebanon back at it for its 2nd possession. Give to the tailback, Shockley. He stutter steps into the secondary. He's out across midfield before he's escorted out of bounds by Carter Pruitt.
Bringing it back, somebody moved out there.
So that will be wiped away. We've got a hold. Hold on the Tigers. So what was a nice first down carry by Shockley. I don't know. Looking at that replay, there's a couple different ways you could go there.
The plus side of it is they can block them and move the football, and that's important to see. Again, here we go with the unforced errors that get in your way and stop drives, but at least that's a promising offensive run by Lebanon, and I'm sure they'll come back with it. They blocked that perfectly and a couple nice cuts, and they're off and running.
Hold was right at the line of scrimmage. Backed up 10 yards. Folden fakes the handoff, keeps it himself around left end. Makes back 7 of the 10 penalty yards out to the 30. Set up 2nd and long.
Kind of an ad-lib scramble play. A good athlete takes it outside and makes something happen, creates positive yards. 2nd and 13.
Nearing the halfway mark in this first quarter. Scoreless from Danville. Sagamore Conference opener for both of these squads. And Lebanon very late in the play clock to get to the line of scrimmage. Folden takes the snap with 4. Pass in the flat, set up and caught, but then immediately decked. First man there to tee him up.
Very, very dangerous throw for a couple reasons. It could get picked, or you could get somebody hurt on that. You want to know exactly what coverage they're in before you throw that quick hitch like that. They happen to be sitting that corner. He reacted very well, disrupted what could be an interesting 2nd down play. Now they're 3rd and forever.
That number 24, Eli Exline, who made the tackle, is a true freshman.
stepped up nice, played it very well. You know, they saw that play in practice.
Third down and long. Folden forced from the pocket, and pass broken up. Almost picked off. Knocked down by the big left hand.
Well, a good call. They tried to set up a screen pass, but it was read so perfectly well. 51 on defense was all over it. Swatted it down. It's a good thing he didn't.
Looking to keep your home comfortable year-round? Look no further than Masters Heating and Cooling. Right now, you can save up to $2,599 on new system installations with 0 down and up to 72 months financing. That's unbeatable value and unbeatable comfort. And if you're just looking to maintain your current home comfort system, we've got you covered with a $69 tune-up from Masters. Don't miss out. Both offers expire April 30th. Contact Masters Heating and Cooling today and experience the ultimate in home comfort.
5:15 left here in the first quarter at Danville High School, Hendricks Regional Health Field. Great crowd here on a Friday night. Lebanon looking at 4th and long, 4th and 17 to be exact. Presume they're going to punt it away. They're in punt formation. Caden Lark, who was an all-state punter last year, is back deep. Averaged just under 40 yards a kick last year. Class 4A All-Stater. There's a man deep for the Warriors at the Danville 40.
Oh,
high snap. Lark has to float back to get it, but he's got time to get away. A low twister that takes a hop and then right turns out of bounds in plus territory for the Danville offense.
Well, that was a good recovery by the Tigers. It could have been big trouble. Athlete enough to make a play and get it off and at least make him work half the field.
So the ball marked at the Lebanon 47. So this the third Danville possession, first one to begin in plus territory. Ball spotted far hash. Soper under center, the junior quarterback, Connor Soper. Pitch back to Woolsey. Tries to get that right edge, turns it upfield for a couple. Ethan Wooten, excuse me, not Woolsey, Wooten, Ethan Wooten. Jay Pollock on the stop.
Nice job playing power football. Two safeties, they're going to run the ball, and that's been pretty much their recipe so far. Good yard.
3 carries, 16 yards. Cole Miller goes in motion right to left. Wooten again. Second efforting around left side. Setting up third down and short as he falls across the 40.
Quick little hitter off tackle. Beautiful job of following the block. Stayed nice and low, good body lean. Those guys are tough to tackle. Now they have a nice third and short situation. Tiger defense needs to tighten up right here.
Third down and 2. Miller again goes in motion. This time sets up on right end. Give to Robinson. Stutter stepping his way off of left guard, and he's got a first down to the 35.
That's an improvement off of last week. Their short yardage offense got him in a little bit of trouble last week. Good job of coming off the ball and hard running and picking it up and moving those chains.
Robinson picking up 4 there. First and 10. Not a lot there, as Wooten rang up the back of his offensive lineman, and that allowed multiple Tiger defenders to come in there and tee him up after a gain of 1.
Well, they tried that inside trap again. There's a new middle guard in there. A little bit of size difference. So they
.41, loss of 7.
This Tiger defense has come to life. Last couple series, as they played great football to minimize the damage of some poor field position. That's huge.
Well, and Danville will play the field position game. Caden Collins in to punt it away, trying to pin the Tigers deep. He gets away a quick one. And Lark takes it at the 10. Trying to angle his way back to the middle of the field. He's got some momentum, and then he spins off of a tackle, still on his feet. Now he's nearing midfield. He's into Warrior territory, cuts across inside the 20 before he's tackled shy of the 15-yard line. Oh my, Caden Lark.
What a great effort. That play was stopped on about the 20 or so it seemed. And he just popped it and kept finding different creases. Great energy, great effort. That's a huge play and a monstrous momentum swing.
That's unofficially, that's a 74-yard punt return by
Mostly
Lark.
on his own.
So Caden Lark, we mentioned him in the open. He had a fumble return for a touchdown, an interception return for a touchdown, and a punt return for a touchdown. Second Lebanon drive that has begun in plus territory.
Some good old-fashioned fullback lead football there, trying to just establish something they could hang their hat on to get this offense moving. Defense is playing very well. Nice chunk of yards on that first down. Good hard running.
Gain of 3 for Brendan Shockley. Inside a minute to go. Lebanon in the red zone for the first time tonight. First time either team has been in the red zone. Folden fakes the handoff, trying to turn the corner, and he's knocked out of bounds just shy of the marker. That sets up 3rd down and short.
Excellent compliment to that fullback lead. They ran on first down. Quarterback pulled it, saw a wide open corner, took off running. They're on the march.
Folden has just 8 carries through the first 2 games, but Lebanon has not been shy about running him here in this first quarter.
Trying to find something they're good at, and I think they have located that.
3rd and 3 at the Danville 9. Shockley seeking the line to gain as he falls forward, and I think he's spotted a yard. Yep, he's going to be a yard short.
Quick hitter, tough moving in there. It's a physical defensive line that Danville brings out. And they're going to let the quarter expire.
Yep, game clock winding down. Final 10 seconds of the quarter, and no gain on the play. Danville and Lebanon scoreless at the end of 1. On the other side, Lebanon with the big decision. 4th and 3 from the Danville 9 to start the second quarter when we return after this pause, as you're watching Indiana High School football on the ISC Sports Network.
Irritated by your internet provider? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with eForce high-speed internet. Download speed? No problem. Download an HD movie in seconds with our remarkable gigabit speed. Endeavor not only provides the latest fiber optic technology, we're also here to help you use it. We also provide television, wireless, security, and telephone services with outstanding local support. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
Still on his feet. Stevens lunges. Are you kidding me? Champions of Marion County. Unbelievable. Touchdown. Living up to that last name. Wabash has the lead for the first time today. So that was going to be a highlight reel. Oh, baby. Yeah, you can celebrate after that.
Biggest play of the game thus far coming up. 4th and 2 for Lebanon at the Danville 8. Scoreless first quarter. Lebanon, its third possession, second one to begin in plus territory, set up by the 74-yard punt return from Caden Lark. Shock, fold and drops, looks, throws in the flat, caught. Out of bounds, short of the goal line, but that's enough to move the chains, as tucking out of bounds with the catch is Jay Pollock, number 19, his first catch of the night. That's a first down and goal situation, pickup of 3. Boy, oh boy, they needed 2 and they got 3.
Beautiful call, though. I mean, they flooded the short side of the field, ran a flood route where everybody ran quick outs. Quarterback did a nice job of buying some time for himself, getting some width, and delivering the football with a yard to spare.
First and goal at the 5 for Lebanon, trying to crack the scoreboard first. Shockley straight ahead on the carry, and he runs right into the chest of the big All-Stater, Evan Lawrence. And his friends come in to carry it, to clean it up. Andrew Smith, 51, also in the stop, but Lawrence the first man there.
Big, strong, physical on the inside. They tried that quick trap, trying to catch them maybe coming upfield, and got too much penetration to make that a minus play.
It's a loss of 2, back to the 7. Second and goal. Folding in shotgun. Looking in the flat to Lark. They set up a screen, and Danville able to sniff that out. Caden Collins on the solo stop, setting up 3rd and goal from the 6.
Love the defense that we're seeing out of both teams. They put their trips into the boundary again, played a little tight press man coverage. There was no room to really get somebody off the ball to block, and that play was dead before it started.
3rd and goal from the 7. The 5th play, this 4th play rather, that Lebanon has run inside the 10-yard line on this possession, and now the Tigers want time. Second charge timeout for the Tigers in this half to talk about this 3rd and goal play from the 7. Tonight's game is brought to us by Indy Thunder. The Indy Thunder are Indiana's premier beep baseball organization, which gives blind and visually impaired athletes a chance to compete at the national and international levels. The Thunder are 5-time World Series champs and are looking for sponsors, volunteers, and even players for 2024. Contact Darnell Booker at 317-370-7231. And you can watch the Thunder anytime by logging on to iscsportsnetwork.com. Tonight's game is also brought to us by Warner Financial, a firm who utilizes customized investment solutions to meet your financial goals. From investments and planning for retirement to partnerships and tax strategy, Warner Financial does it all. Call them today at 317-735-9202 to learn more about how you can secure your financial future. Former Indiana Mr. Football, Jason Warner, the head of that operation. Warner Financial.
The old rebel, huh?
Yep.
Can we say that word?
We can, if it's referring to past tense, absolutely.
Okay. Here we got the trips into the boundary. This was successful for him earlier.
And
what is going on?
Now Jamie Comer wants time. So Danville head man Jamie Comer, who's out near the numbers With the white piece of paper folded up in his back pocket, he saw something pre-snap that he didn't like.
He sure did.
It's rare that you see back-to-back timeouts called like we just saw, but
Jamie was a heck of a football player and the son of a heck of a football coach. He knows what he's doing out there. He saw the trips into the boundary. He didn't like the way they stacked up and lined up and wanted to get that fixed right away.
Jamie played for his father, Brett, at Brownsburg before playing collegiately at Indiana University, or at University of Indianapolis, excuse me. Started at Illinois State and then finished at UIndy.
Had a great career with the Greyhounds. Football family, gotta love it.
Entrenched here in Hendricks County. 3rd and goal from the 7 for the Tigers. Folded in the pistol formation with Shockley behind him, a stride and a half. Folden sets, steps up in the pocket, scrambling for the pylon, tucks it in, and he got it in.
Beautiful run.
Jackson Folden, the first touchdown of the night, the first touchdown of the season for the Lebanon Tigers. And for the first time this year, the Lebanon Tigers find themselves on the scoreboard in front, 6-0.
That was a little bit of chess playing by two head coaches. A couple timeouts, a couple different formations. Saw the Danville Warriors jump into man coverage, had a quarterback run called, which was the perfect call under the circumstance. Got it in the end zone.
43, Brady Johnson is on to kick the PAT. High snap, and Johnson knocks it through. Johnson converted the only field goal of the season for Lebanon last week. He tacks on the extra point there, and with 10:31 to go in the first half, Lebanon is on the board first, leading Danville 7-0. Coach, what did you see on that drive, especially this last play?
Well, they ran some man coverage, as I told you. Your backs are to the quarterback. When that happens, you're covering your man. This quarterback was smart enough to pick it up. Made things happen. Physical run to the corner. Got to the pylon. That's got to feel good, getting your touchdown, getting some offensive continuity, feeling good about what you can do to move the football, along with playing some fine defense. Tigers have been impressive.
Well, given what Lebanon struggles offensively through the first 2 games, I'd have to think that the mood is pretty high on Jeff Smock's sideline right now. The Tigers had to overcome a little adversity and figure a few things out on that drive, and to come out with a positive result, that's got to do wonders for their confidence.
They sure did. They've got their blocking schemes corrected now, so they know what they're doing and how they should be blocking things. Plus, they're getting some outstanding plays, and that's always good when you're playing good defense.
So I want to clarify something I said earlier. Brady Johnson handles the field goal and the PAT duties for Lebanon. Joel Acton takes care of the kickoff chores. Acton is on now to kick it away, the 6-foot, 175-pound junior. And we'll see what kind of response Danville can come up with. Lebanon certainly has benefited from 2 of its 3 possessions beginning inside the Danville 35. Short pop-up kick, taken at the 21. Looking for space and finding none is Porter Prather, freshman. And he stopped at the 28.
Those high pop-ups, they're difficult to return, especially if you want to cut it back, because they're right there breathing down your throat. And decent field position. I mean, they're not backed up. 26, 27.
Ball at the 27 to start
get things moving.
Yep, this is the 4th possession of the game for Danville. Tigers won the toss and deferred to the second half. Soper in shotgun for the first time tonight. Rolls right, throws right, and a leaping catch in and out of the hands. Tanksley went up to get it, had it momentarily. Incomplete, second down.
Oh, that hurts. A nice aggressive first down call, sprint out pass, ran the levels, had a guy wide open, and it was pretty well delivered. Again, it's just the fundamentals of catching and putting together the basics.
How about the switch? We saw Soper under center exclusively in the first 3 series. Now he's back in shotgun where we saw him a majority of the time last Friday.
Yes, I think he's much more comfortable that way, and I think they can run some more of their offense that they like that way.
Pitch to the wide side, and Wooten trying to get the corner and maybe takes a couple out near the 30.
Toss sweep into a tough defense to run that play. The quarterback the corner sat right there, and there's not a whole lot of room to run that. Defensive pursuit was excellent, and they closed that attempt at trying to get outside. Now they're faced with a 3rd and long.
3rd and 6 after Wooten picks up 4.
All thirds seem like they're long.
If the number's more than 2. Low snap. Soper reaches down and gets it. Has a man spotting up. Caught at the 35. Still dragging tacklers into Lebanon territory. That's Sutton Fullwider. There was a flag thrown right about where Fullwider got across the 40 and made the first down.
Nice job on a 3rd down play call. Quarterback very poised, delivered the mail. Looks like it's coming back, Rob.
Personal foul on Danville. I think it has to do with the block that was delivered. See if we can't get a look. The flag was thrown at the 40, so that's about where we anticipate.
Yeah, maybe that's what they saw.
Well, we see number 44, Cole Miller, getting kind of tangled up there. Back at the 40 with Vincent Laney, number 35. And it's a spot foul, so it.
Saw a little paw to the head a little bit earlier in that route, that play, and I'm not sure if that's what they saw or not. But again, it's a backbreaker.
15 yards back from the spot of where the flag was thrown. So it in the stat book, it'll go down as only a 4-yard penalty. So it goes from 3rd and 6 to 3rd and 10 because the foul was committed past the line to gain out at the 41-yard line. And now I think we've got a stoppage. And while we have a moment, let's go ahead and remind you that tonight's game is brought to us by Endeavor Communications. They would like to welcome you to the high school football season. You can still extend a welcome in week 3, I think. They are proud to be part of this local event and wish all the athletes good luck during this competition. Together with their members, Endeavor Communications is committed to helping their local community thrive. For more information about the communities they serve and the services they offer, visit them at weendeavor.com. And if you are enjoying tonight's game, and why wouldn't you be, reach out to the folks at Endeavor and tell them that you would like to see more high school sports of the local teams on Endeavor Communications.
Well, I'm having fun. How about you?
I'm having a great time.
What a great night, great crowd, electric crowd on their feet, making noise on both sides. And there's some good football going on with defense being the dominating side of it all.
Well, that was not a charged timeout. That was a water break.
Okay.
I looked on the board to see if either team had a timeout taken away and did not.
Makes sense. That's smart.
So water break called. So we're back to action, 3rd and 10 after the penalty. Soper stands in the pocket, looks, throws, has a man fingertip catch at the 41, and a first down. Jay Scrafton, well, he caught the back half of the football.
He sure did.
To bring that in for a first down.
He sure did, and the beauty of it all was the way he set up that route. It was the 2 deep safeties. They ran off the safeties down the middle and brought an underneath route that kind of sifted right over the middle. Nice catch, and kept his feet alive enough to pick up that first down. Good call, good execution.
Pick up a 15, the second completion of the night for Soper on 7 attempts. 1st and 10, Soper back under center. And dancing his way ahead for a couple is Wooten. Out across the 45 before he runs into the chest of Jake Windhorst.
Both coaches are intent on keeping that football on the ground. They want to establish, they know the importance of establishing the will of the line of scrimmage, and they want to keep banging away. Both lines are coming off the ball very well.
Wooten 29 yards on 8 carries. Leading rusher for either team. Quarter and a half into tonight's contest. Soper fakes the handoff, throws over the middle, has his man, it's caught. Running the middle seam, that's Cole Miller. Tigers pawing at the football, but they can't drag Miller down until he's inside the 20. Big gain for another first down, and Danville's in the red zone for the first time tonight.
I guarantee they saw that from above. They put the trips into the boundary, and the tight end was pretty much by himself there. Hit that quick hitter to the tight end, and he rumbles, stumbles, and gets great movement inside the 20.
Pickup of 29 on that catch. So Soper has 3 completions, but they're all for good yardage, 37, 15, and 29. First and 10 at the 17. Wooten again tries the wide side sweep, and Lebanon blows up the edge and stops Wooten for a loss. First man there was the safety, Jay Pollock, number 19.
Trying hard to get outside. Well played. Look how they strung that out, kept leverage on the football. Everybody ran to it. I like the coaching that's going on here, the way they're trying to attack each other, and the skill and the fundamentals of good defense.
Also one on that play. Brandon Shockley also in. Brendan Shockley on the stop. 2nd and 11. Soper back under center. Turns and gives to Robinson, pounding his way straight ahead inside the 15. He gets the lost yardage back, plus takes it down near the 12. Line to gain is the 7.
Good hard run. They traded the tight end, brought him to the left side, had a little outnumbered situation, had a good look at some combo blocks, and ran it hard ahead at him.
Robinson picks up 6. 3rd down and 5 from the Lebanon 12. Soper in the pistol formation with Wooten behind him. Stands in, looks, throws, caught. Collins had it in and out. And did they call that a completion and a fumble? Or did they call that a incomplete pass? Looks like they're going to call it a complete pass and a fumble, because the ball was picked up by Teak Tanksley. Ball was knocked free and came back a yard, and Tanksley fell on it. So it's a recovered fumble. So a completed pass of 4 yards.
Well, that surprises me a little bit. I'm not sure he had full control of that ball.
Soper with 1 on the play clock, and Jamie Comer has to burn a timeout here. 4th and 1 at the 8.
Nice heads-up play by the QB. The last thing you wanted was 4th and 6 here when you got a 4th and 1.
Danville had 2 timeouts available, so it uses one of its 2 remaining 2. So that last play was ruled a catch. Let's take a look at this again. The line to gain the first down is the 7. Caden Collins catches that ball, and he's at the 5. He's got a first down, and they ruled that he did take a few steps forward.
What do you think?
Trey Reese knocked it free. It looked like he caught the football and then turned his shoulders upfield and made at least 1 step before it was knocked loose. I don't know. What do you think?
I think it was kind of hanging on his elbow. I can't say for sure, but we got to go with what was called.
You don't think he had full control of it necessarily?
I thought it was bobbling around his elbow, but those guys have a better view than we do. This is a great opportunity here. 4th and 1.
Well, there
We've got
was
some great momentum going.
Because the ball was ruled complete and recovered, they gained 3 yards. The incomplete pass would have set up 4th and 5. Instead, it's 4th and 1.
Living right.
Soper gives it to Wooten, and he walks it in for the touchdown.
Nice job, great vision. Super adjustments on the offensive line. They pinched in to stop the short yardage. Everybody blocked down. A heads up back, made the cut, and walked it in.
And now how important does that timeout look?
Look at 55. He was the key on that play.
Ethan Wooten takes it in for his second rushing touchdown of the season.
And Evan Lawrence made it happen.
The left footer Dylan Simmons is on. And it's blocked. Boy, there were a host of Tigers there. Number 19, Jay Pollock, was the first man there. And Jay Pollock blocks the PAT. That'll keep the score at 7-6. Let's take a look.
That wasn't even close. Look at the pressure off that left side.
Lebanon had 4 guys there that could have got a hand on that ball.
Yeah, the offensive line, whether they're real players or guys that were subs, took that play off, and that cost them. It somehow diminishes that beautiful drive and the touchdown, but they failed to tie it up.
Now 7-6 our score. Danville unable to convert on the PAT. 5:53 to go here in half number 1. Each team with a timeout remaining, as you see in the graphic. The yellow circles indicating as such. Rob Brown alongside Joe Polizzi. Greg Mash, our director. Greg Sharfton, our cameraman. I got a Jay Scrafton as a wide receiver for Danville, and we have Greg Sharton on the roof of the press box running our camera tonight. Won't be the last time I mess that up. We're happy they're with us, so are we happy that you're with us. Taking this one in, the Sagamore Conference rivalry. All-time meeting number 31, and a low kick is fielded out near midfield. Melbourne's going to have great field position.
I swear the Zoom has 2 speeds.
I think they're worried about that dangerous threat back there.
Well, yeah,
Return
Caden
threat.
Lark, that 74-yard punt return, that'll make you rethink your strategy on what you want to do on the kicking game.
He definitely spooked them out of wanting to kick deep, and now they have the Tigers have excellent field position.
Well, you look at the 4 Lebanon possessions have begun at the plus 32, minus 33, plus 16, and the minus 43. Great field position for Lebanon in this first half.
Let's see if they can put 2 great drives back together, back to back.
Pass in the flat for the aforementioned
Right
Lark.
there.
And a block in the back as Lark makes the catch, but that will get backed up as everyone in the building saw that penalty. So that will repeat first down. Caden Lark with the catch in the flat.
You see the way the secondary responded, like piranha. They were all over it. You know the hitch and go is somewhere along the line coming today. But they were all over that one.
So 10-yard backup, third penalty on the Tigers for 25 yards. 2 for 9 for Danville in this first half. First down and long, call it 19. Straight up the middle run and an edge before he's knocked out of bounds. That's Tag Williamson, his first carry of the night. And a good run out near midfield, just shy of the line to gain, but it's an 18-yard carry for Tag Williamson.
See, that trap man came through, and he had no one to block. He turned it up and led that procession up the field. Might have been thinking a pass down with the long yardage on first and got caught.
That's one way to wipe away that 10-yard penalty.
Exactly.
18-yard carry on first and 19. Second and short.
They're making great calls to take advantage of what's going on.
Williamson, another carry, covers up the football in the traffic, falls across the 45. That's more than enough to move the chains.
He adds a great deal with nice quick feet. He's got good vision, makes those quick cuts. That's a nice compliment to what they have been doing with their offensive line.
Stephen Webb's first stop of the night, the junior linebacker who led Danville in tackles last season, leads them thus far this season. First and 10. Lebanon leading 7-6. Both scorers coming in the second quarter. Jackson Folden, the junior quarterback, in the pistol formation, gives to Williamson for the third straight time, and this time he's turned away in the backfield. Webb, 34, blew that one up with some help from number 74, Braden Hahn.
They sure did. They controlled that line of scrimmage, nowhere to go. Tried to bounce it outside, but to no avail.
Second down and long for Lebanon. Inside 5 minutes to go, first half. Two receivers either side. Folden looks it over. Danville shows blitz. Picked up. Now Folden flush from the pocket. Looking downfield, plants, throws, and it's picked off. Picked off at the 12-yard line. Up the sideline and escorted out of bounds. That pass was sided up by Chase Denton. Chase Denton on the pick. First takeaway of the night. And that's the first play tonight, first throw tonight, I should say, Coach, where Folden really forced one.
He really forced it. He was outside. I think he had a real question in his mind whether he should continue to run it or take a shot at that mirage he saw deep. He couldn't really get his feet set well enough to put all he needed on that football, and costly turnover stymies a good drive.
Well, we may have spoken too soon. Oh my goodness. We've got offsetting penalties. We've got an illegal forward pass called on Lebanon and a personal foul called on Danville, so they're going to wipe away the interception and replay second down. Unless they're saying these penalties took place after the interception. Jamie Comer is lobbying out near the numbers. And let's see here. The Lebanon offense is back on the field.
That doesn't matter. The guys in the stripes are going to make the call.
They'll sort it out.
I thought he was close. But I thought he had room to set his feet and throw it.
Well, illegal forward pass on the offense, personal foul on the defense. They'll offset.
They're living right, huh? The
Wow.
Tigers are living right.
So they'll replay second down. The interception is wiped away. Jamie Comer is beside himself at the 30-yard line with his hands on his hips on the Danville sideline. Williamson, make that Shockley on right edge. Near the line to gain, setting up third down and short as he's ankle tackled by Denton, who had the interception wiped away moments ago. Brendan Shockley's run.
Excellent cut, bounced it to the outside. They did a nice job of sealing inside. Great vision, bounced it to the outside. No real support to be seen. And made it a third and medium, we'll call it.
Third and pretty short. Down to the 32, so pickup of 9. Line to gain is the 20. Line to gain is the 33. Caught by Lark right at the marker. He makes a move, and he's got a first down inside the 30. So Lebanon takes advantage of the second opportunity to move the chains and keep the drive going inside 3.5 minutes to go.
Well, you wondered when they were going to take advantage of that. They're leaving their number 2 out there, receiver uncovered, and it was just a matter of time before they hit him. And a quick hitch, and that's a talented wide receiver that made a play to pick up the first down.
Lark's third catch of the night. He has 3 of the 4 catches by the Lebanon receiving corps. First and 10 at the 29.
All right, we're not leaving them uncovered anymore.
Shockley grabbed in the backfield, tried to pull his way to the line of scrimmage. But Evan Lawrence wrapped him up, and then Stephen Webb finished him off. Shockley able to struggle his way forward for 1.
Well, let me tell you, if Evan Lawrence wouldn't have got a hand on him, there was a lane going up the middle. Fullback went through uncontested, and he was just going to lead a procession to the end zone. Great job by coming off the block on the inside and making that play.
2nd down and 9. Lebanon with the timeout still available. Inside 2.5 minutes to go, first half. Tigers will get the ball to start the second half. Pass in the flat, caught by Reese. Tries to make a man miss. He's encircled at about the 23. Setting up 3rd down and medium.
We're seeing a quarterback and we're seeing an offensive coordinator that are getting confidence. I think the Tiger QB is looking more and more poised on every opportunity. It's the whole difference of getting your feet on the ground, settling in, and deciding what you can and what you can't do with your offense.
Well, Folden came in with a 33% completion rate through the first 2 games, but he's completed 4 straight, and he's 5 out of 8 tonight.
He's playing with confidence. You can see the difference. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he has trust in the calls, and his guys are making plays.
Jeff Smock lets the play clock run down and burns his final timeout of the half. We'll keep it here with 100 seconds to go. 1:40 left, 100 seconds left in the first half. 7-6 our score. Lebanon scored first on a drive that bridged from the first into the second quarters. Jackson Folden, a quarterback keeper to the right corner of the end zone from 7 yards out. PAT was added by Brady Johnson to make it 7-0. On the subsequent drive, Danville drove 73 yards, and Ethan Wooten took it in from 8 yards out, but the PAT was blocked, and that's why we have a 1-point score differential right now with 1:40 to go. And again, so there's the Danville student section. It is Hawaii night, and they're taking donations here at Hendricks Regional Health Field for the victims of the disaster in Maui. People give generously to that tonight. Students certainly doing their part to be festive and put Maui on everyone's minds, and hopefully people can be generous with it. 3rd down and 5, back to action out of the timeout. Folden rolls to the wide side, throws a lollipop out of bounds. Incomplete.
He had an open receiver, but had trouble getting the handle on that and letting it go. This must be out of their range in terms of a field goal.
Yeah, Brady Johnson did connect on a field goal last week, but it was a short one, 25 yards. It's the only field goal the Tigers have attempted so far this season. So they'll go for it here. 4th down and 5. Evan Lawrence trying to get off the field.
And he made it.
And Jamie Comer has to call timeout because Lebanon was going to snap the football before Lawrence got off, and that 5 yards would have been enough to reload the down box. So Jamie Comer has to call time, his final timeout. And be 4th down and 5 at the Danville 24 for Lebanon with 1:33 to go. Coach, you mentioned it a minute ago. It has been very interesting to watch the chess match back and forth between these two coaches, the adjustments and the counter adjustments. What have you seen on that front in the back half of this second quarter?
Well, they're just doing a super job of taking advantage. Right now, Comer and his staff are moving that defense around so that they really can't. They're getting their defense. They're getting some pressure, which makes it a whole lot more difficult to be able to get something established offensively. But the Tigers are doing a super job.
Lebanon 0 for 1 on 4th down tonight. And a hard count.
Taken.
Sends Danville into the neutral zone. Now, it's not an automatic. It's 5 yards, but if it was a long 5, it's still not a first down. And it looks like it's short by about a half a foot.
Do you think he might have mentioned it right there when they had him over there in the huddle? Watch the ball move. Don't jump.
So they'll call for the sticks. Boy, Jamie Comer called that timeout to avoid the illegal substitution penalty and the 5 yards. And then out of the timeout, his defense jumps into the neutral zone.
So you want to be a coach.
That's the kind of thing that'll make a young coach go great.
So you want to be a coach, huh?
Oh, my. Oh, my.
We watched
and
Lawrence.
he is short by a chain link. Short by a chain link.
Well, they got a 310-pound center who's been blocking very well today.
Who is an all-stater in his own right, being Eli Bridges. And there's an all-stater, number 55, directly across the line from him.
That's what it's all about.
4th down and about 3 inches. Folden gives to Shockley. He lowers his head, and it's all going to be on the spot, but it looks like forward progress. They gave him the 19, and that should be enough to move the chains, and it is indeed. Shockley needed about 4 inches. He got about a yard.
Nice lead play.
10 at the 19.
Had that fullback up there, something you haven't seen since the 1980s. Good to see that it still works.
Lebanon is out of timeouts, and Folden is sacked by Evan Lawrence. Back at the 23-yard line. First sack of the night for the Danville defense.
Good pressure. That's what the big guys do. They take things into their old hands.
So that's a 13-play drive that ends as a turnover on downs on the bad snap on the field goal. Once that ball was lying flat on the ground, that play was over. Danville begins on its own 18. And we'll see if the Warriors just take a knee, and that appears to be their position here. And Soper takes a knee. And the game clock ahead of the play clock, so Danville will not run another play, and both teams will head to the locker room. Officials waiting for the clock to hit 3 zeros before they head off. Lebanon leads this ball game as we head to the halftime break. Our score 7-6. Tigers in front of Danville, each team scoring a touchdown in the second quarter. And Lebanon will have the football to start the second half. But before that, we've got halftime features to get to, and we'll do that on the other side after this pause from Hendricks Regional Health Field in Danville. It's Indiana High School football on the ISC Sports Network.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
The ISC Sports Network is your home for sports content across the Hoosier State. Find us live on TV and streaming or archived on our website and our app. The ISC is your one-stop shop for the content you want to see, including high school sports, college sports, and other great events throughout the year. Subscribe to our streaming service and get access to it all. ISC, local lives here.
Looking to keep your home comfortable year-round? Look no further than Masters Heating and Cooling. Right now, you can save up to $2,599 on new system installations with 0 down and up to 72 months financing. That's unbeatable value and unbeatable comfort. And if you're just looking to maintain your current home comfort system, we've got you covered with a $69 tune-up from Masters. Don't miss out. Both offers expire April 30th. Contact Masters Heating and Cooling today and experience the ultimate in home comfort.
I'm Jason Werner of Werner Financial. If you're a business owner or high-income earner here in the Indianapolis area, have you ever wondered if you're making the most of every available tax deduction and strategy? Werner Financial is excited to announce our continued partnership with tax consulting firm Strategic Navigators, Inc., a team of skilled professionals dedicated to helping you navigate the complexities of the tax code. Strategic Navigators will guide you through the tax code to save you money each year on your tax bill. Contact us today and let's embark on a journey to optimize your business's financial health.
Want lightning fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town. So you can download huge files in a flash. Stream videos at blazing speeds. And game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast. And contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
Back at halftime, Hendricks Regional Health Field on the campus of Danville High School. Rob Brown alongside Joe Polizzi and Lebanon. The road team tonight in this Sagamore Conference matchup leads Danville by the score of 7-6. Tonight's halftime show is brought to us by Erdl & Company. Benefit Solutions. Log on to erdlandcompany.com to find out more. And by Masters Heating and Cooling. Masters gets there faster. Call Masters at 866-824-HEAT for more information. Well, we take a look at this first half, and if you like defense, we've got defense here in this first half. 7-6 the score, each team with a touchdown. Danville, their response touchdown to pull within one, but the PAT was blocked, hence the 1-point lead for Lebanon. And we'll get into the numbers more in the second segment of this halftime show, but Coach, if you look, Danville, 5 possessions in that first half. Really, the last possession, a 1-play kneel down, so really 4 possessions for each team. And each team was able to move the ball a little bit. Certainly, Lebanon had the field position advantage. 3 of Lebanon's 4 possessions, 2 of them began in plus territory, and the other one began out near midfield. So Lebanon had a field position advantage, but certainly Lebanon had. It's not reflective in the yardage, but it sure felt like Lebanon did a much better job of moving the ball when they had to get timely play gains.
Definitely, especially that second quarter. They really found themselves, what they can do, what they're good at, what will most take advantage of what the Danville defense has given them. Give the coaches credit, I think, on both sides they're finding things they could do and executing, but I really expect that there's going to be some adjustments at halftime, and they're going to open things up a little bit. They're pounding each other back and forth, and they're sitting here 7-6, and I think the coaches are seeing some things they could take advantage of in the secondary that'll open things up a little more. But it is a physical boxing match going on right now.
Each team scoring its first half touchdown on its fourth possession of the game. Lebanon given a short field after a 74-yard Caden Lark punt return set Lebanon up 1st and 10 at the Danville 16. Lebanon took 7 plays to get it in the end zone, but Jackson Folden early in the second quarter scrambled from the quarterback spot from 7 yards out to get it in the end zone. Brady Johnson added the PAT to make it 7-0. On the subsequent possession, Danville drove 73 yards in 7 plays. Ethan Wooten's 8-yard touchdown run, running through a huge hole on that left side to walk it into the end zone. That made it 7-6. Lebanon snuffed out the PAT, blocked it easily to hold on to this 1-point lead. We'll get into specifics, adjustments deeper into this halftime show, but when you look at that first half, Coach, maybe give us a player on each side of each sideline that stood out for you in that first half.
Well, I think, to me, I'm not sure how much he's touched the ball, but Lark, number 2 for the Tigers, is a guy that needs to be more of a factor, and I can see that happening. He's just electricity, and I could see that happening, him getting the football, making things happen. I would do everything I could as a coach to make him more of an impact. It's going to be tough to nail down 1 or 2 guys from the Warriors, but you know who I'm going for. Lawrence has just been a player, whether he's on offense or defense. He made the key block on their touchdown, and he's making key stops defensively. He's the guy that I get excited about, but they're playing good team football.
Well, we're going to take our first break. The Danville Loyalists, including this young man, hoping for a strong second half by the home team. We'll come back, have more from the halftime show after this pause. You're watching Indiana High School football on the ISC Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Jason Warner.
And I'm Christy Calderon.
At Warner Financial, our vision is to redefine what it means to partner with a financial institution.
We bring together expertise and dedication with a relentless focus on your financial success.
Our drive is to create a strategy that aligns your unique goals by crafting tailored financial solutions to guide you through life's milestones.
Together, we'll navigate the complexities and turn financial challenges into opportunities.
Reach out today for a no-cost consultation and experience the difference of partnering with Warner Financial.
Food, shelter, fast Wi-Fi. It's all we really need. Good thing Endeavor has the fast, reliable internet it takes to power all the Wi-Fi hungry gadgets in your home. All at once. With speeds up to 10 gig, get smooth HD streaming video, gaming, music, and surfing, all with no waiting, no buffering, no kidding. Call or click WeEndeavor.com and upgrade to Indiana's fastest internet today.
Ball here. Harris scores. With 19 seconds.
Fake players, big boy. I'm telling you right now, that's awesome. I love it. Oh! That's the finish.
You get a layup, take it, and an and one.
Looking to keep your home comfortable year-round? Look no further than Masters Heating and Cooling. Right now, you can save up to $2,599 on new system installations with 0 down and up to 72 months financing. That's unbeatable value and unbeatable comfort. And if you're just looking to maintain your current home comfort system, we've got you covered with a $69 tune-up from Masters. Don't miss out. Both offers expire April 30th. Contact Masters Heating and Cooling today and experience the ultimate in home comfort.
Irritated by your internet provider? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with eForce high-speed internet. Download speed? No problem. Download an HD movie in seconds with our remarkable gigabit speed. Endeavor not only provides the latest fiber optic technology, we're also here to help you use it. We also provide television, wireless, security, and telephone services with outstanding local support. Give us a call or visit WeEndeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
Has it leaps ahead.
last name. Wabash has the lead for the first time today. So that was going to be a highlight reel. Oh, baby.
Yeah, you can celebrate after that.
Rob Brown, Joe Polizzi back at Danville High School as the Danville Band entertains here at the break. Take a look at some scores and other games currently airing on the ISC family of networks. The other Sagamore Conference game we have for you tonight, the defending champions Tri-West leading Frankfurt 35-0. The Tangle for Putnam County, South Putt leads North Putt 14-6. Carmel leading Detroit King 21-0 in Hamilton County tonight, and Ben Davis all over Pike 45-0. And Coach, Ben Davis might be the best team in the state at this point, at this juncture in the proceedings.
You know what? They were due. You knew they weren't going to stay down very long. Coach Simmons left them loaded. They always have great speed. It's going to be fun to watch them this year. It's going to be fun to watch that whole conference. You know, Warren has improved too, and it's going to be exciting. But yeah, Ben Davis is they're lined up to have one of their best teams they've had in quite some time.
And our best to former Ben Davis man Jason Simmons, who went on to his alma mater and mine, Miami University, to be the running backs coach. And they are down in Coral Gables tonight playing the Canes. So good luck to my Red Hawks. We all know who, regardless of how that game goes, outcome-wise, we know who the real Miami is, Coach. It's the one in Ohio that was a school before Florida was a state. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Well,
let's take a look at tonight's first half stats as Lebanon leads Danville 7-6. We mentioned defense has been the order of the day. Statistically, Lebanon with 42 yards rushing and 14 yards passing. So Lebanon leading this game despite 56 total yards. Danville, meanwhile, 44 rushing yards, 75 passing yards. Connor Soper, 3 of his 4 completions have been for 15 yards plus. Neither team with a turnover, and Lebanon has the sack advantage 2-1. I think from a passing standpoint, you mentioned, Coach, about opening things up. What are your thoughts in terms of how willing Jeff Smock might be to let Jackson Folden throw the ball down the field? Folden has 5 completions, and his longest completion is 7 yards.
I think that's some misdirection in their passing game, and they're capable of that, some play action in their passing game. And I'm sure these coaches are working on right now, how can we open this up? Because as it stands now, both teams are standing in the middle of the ring, hammering each other, and it's been very impressive, such good defense. But there are some skilled players on both sides of the field that need to get their hands on the football.
Well, we'll go ahead and take one more break. When we come back, we'll have first half highlights. We'll take you up to the start of the third quarter. Lebanon will have the ball first when the second half resumes. All that coming up next. You're watching Indiana High School football on the ISC Sports Network.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
Well, Danville coming back out to begin its warm-ups for the second half. Lebanon leads this ball game 7-6. Let's take a look at some first half highlights. We mentioned defense has been the order of the day. Neither team has forced a takeaway, but take a look. Certainly the most, well, we had a block punt by Lebanon on the first, at the end of the first possession of the night. The longest play from scrimmage was the pass from Connor Soper to Teek Tanksley for 37 yards. That was the longest scrimmage play in the first half. There's one of the 2 Lebanon sacks by Arsenal Panda. And then Andrew Smith batting down a third down pass. Here's the most dynamic play of the first half. Caden Lark on the 74-yard punt return. And this is not blocking. This is all individual speed and effort, Coach.
It is. It's great will. It's just great desire. And he is a talented young man.
So Caden Lark's 74-yard punt return set Lebanon up in good position. Lebanon as the quarter break, and they flipped into the field. So Lebanon had to run the end of the drive at the south end of the field, and the drive was capped by Jackson Folden's 7-yard scramble, and that put the Tigers on the board with the PAT 7-0. Then a nice pass over the middle to the tight end, Cole Miller, 29 yards. That put Danville in the red zone, and ultimately the Warriors would walk it in. Ethan Wooten untouched into the end zone from 8 yards out. That brought Danville within one, but the PAT went awry. 4 white shirts in there to contest that. Jay Pollock, number 19, got a hand on it first. And our score holds at 7-6. Lebanon did make a little bit of noise late, like they might tack on a score. Tag Williamson had a nice couple runs there in the second quarter. Here's a controversial play. Danville looked like they forced a takeaway with enough time to drive down and maybe take the lead, but that interception was wiped away due to offsetting penalties. Jackson Folden threw that football across the line of scrimmage, so an illegal forward pass, but then a personal foul downfield wiped away the interception. Lebanon would not turn that drive into points. They had a field goal attempt that went awry, and ended up being no harm to Danville, but that was an opportunity because Danville was looking at getting the football back with at least with 2 timeouts and about 3.5 minutes to work with.
I think Folden tried really hard to stutter his feet. He knew where he was. He knew he was in danger of crossing that line. Tried to stutter his feet, but couldn't put it all together, put it up, and that was a costly penalty.
There's our halftime stats we mentioned earlier. Lebanon ahead despite just 56 yards of total offense. Danville with 119. Connor Soper has those 75 yards on just 4 completions. He's 4 out of 9. Jackson Folden is 6 out of 12.
Well, it's always fun to see just what they do, just what they've seen. All the brain trust gets together and says we can do this, we can do that. And the coaches are going to make decisions based on the input, but I could see things opening up.
Well, and tell me if you think the stakes are a little bit different in this game in terms of the setup, because these two teams are conference foes. You've got so much more information, and you know the personnel so much better. What does that, having that extra information, what does that do for you as a coach?
Well, what that does is give you an opportunity to line your people up to take advantage of it. And I think they do know their personnel well. You could just tell how balanced this is and how well they're defending themselves. But I could see a little creativity coming out now, using their skill. But this is a well-matched physical football game that I just kind of see the complexion changing a little bit and getting more skill involved.
Well, you can certainly tell from Jamie Comer's body language on the Danville sideline, especially when the takeaway was taken away by the offsetting penalties, that there was more than a little bit of frustration on his part toward the end of that second quarter. But despite the fact you look on paper and see, okay, Lebanon's 0-2, they haven't scored a touchdown, maybe that the perception was one way. But Jamie Comer in our conversation this week was very adamant, hey, they're 0-2, but we're going to have to play our best game to win this game.
Exactly. And they're proving it right now. This is a physical game, and as I said earlier, they're matched up properly. And you nailed it right at the start of the game by saying this is hugely important for both teams to get started on the right foot as you begin conference play.
So Lebanon won the toss, deferred, so the Tigers get the football to start the second half. Dylan Simmons, the left-footed junior, on to kick it away. Lebanon running left to right across your screen in this third quarter. And almost a fake kick. Simmons ran up like he was going to hit it, and then Cole Miller went up and punched it. Out across the 50, no return, and certainly Caden Lark lingering back at the 10-yard line may have factored into that decision.
Does that tell you a little bit about how bad they want to win? Starting the second half with an onside kick, knowing you're going to give up good field position if you don't make it, but feeling like it's definitely worth the risk to get some momentum to start the second half.
Versus kicking the ball to Lark.
Oh, yeah.
Deep.
Oh, yeah.
First and 10 at the 49. Shockley straight ahead, nothing there. Stephen Webb was waiting in the hole, as was Andrew Smith. No gain.
Trying to run that inside trap, and no success. Boy, when you see those defensive guys jumping around and clapping, that's not exactly a great thing for the offensive coordinator to see. But they played that very, very well. Danville's solid defensively everywhere in that front seven.
Three receivers to the left, one to the short side right. For Folden in the pistol formation on 2nd and 10. Running play as the ball was thrown backwards to Lark. He breaks a couple tackles and able to get across the line of scrimmage for maybe 2.
Nice safe pass to try to outflank the defense. Well covered. Good job of containing it. Excellent job of filling from the safety. Danville was the protection because he was under direct heat right off the bat. Quarterback was able to adjust and work his feet to where get to a position where he could throw the football, but give credit to the offensive line in making that happen by giving the quarterback a chance to scan the field.
Needed 8 yards, got 10. 5th catch of the night for Lark. Shockley trying the left side to not much luck. Gets a couple.
First down runs seem to be popular, running that lead play with the big fullback leading the way. Just a good job of gap control up front with that Warrior defense. Your head coach used to be a linebacker. You're going to be able to stop the run at this point, which was a point of emphasis coming into the game.
Yep, run defense. 42 rush yards for Lebanon in the first half. Pitch back to Shockley. Warriors have the edge secured, and Shockley's knocked out of bounds. There's a little bit extra pop in the step of the Danville defense in this third quarter.
They know. I mean, it just seems to me that if they're going to continue to run the football on us, this is what we worked on all week, and they are in good position. Their defensive fits. They're getting everybody in the right spot. Great feel from the secondary, from the safeties, and they're just bottling things up. You're not going to make a living running the football on Danville anymore this game.
Loss of 1 on the play, 3rd down and 11. Folden completed a 3rd down and 8 play moments ago. Stands in, steps up. Now he's on the run. Needs inside the 30, and he runs right to where the marker is. Let's see if he got it. He was bumped out of bounds by Cam McMahon. He needed just across the inside the 30. And let's see, our referee eyeballing it, and he wants to take a look. That is very close. Chains on the far sideline, as Folden was knocked out of bounds on the home side. Chains are all the way across.
What a heads-up play by Folden. That play was the routes were taken away. They were covered, and he made a quick decision to get out of there. And nice quick feet. And as I said earlier in the game, you could see snap by snap how his confidence is growing. Beautiful decision there. Where is he? Just short?
Well, we can't get a good look with the Danville sideline blocking our view. Jamie Comer, though, says it's short. He's right there, so we'll take his word for it.
4th and inches?
4th and inches. They converted one of those in the second quarter to keep the touchdown drive alive.
Let's find 55 and don't run at him.
So a gain of 9 officially for Folden on that carry. Second time this evening that Lebanon has faced a 4th and a couple inches. Tigers converted one of those en route to a touchdown in the second quarter.
Okay, they removed to cover that inside slot, and that gives them ample opportunity to run that football. Safeties are up.
Folden snaps over Folden's head. It's a race to the football, and Folden covers it up back at the 49 of Danville. So the Warrior defense holds, much to the delight of the home crowd. Bad snap.
Very, very, very difficult. Very difficult to 4th and 1 be in that shotgun or pistol shotgun formation. This can always happen and seems to happen at the most inopportune times. Terrible break for the Tigers. Great opportunity for the Warriors. Let's see what they do right off the bat.
It's a loss of 22 on the play. Pass in the flat, caught by Collins. And he's able to force his way down inside the 45.
Nice quick hitter, good blocking out in the perimeter, and they just followed that mash up the field. A good positive first down opportunity.
Pickup of 6. Second Danville possession tonight, starting in plus territory. Collins' second catch of the evening. Soper under center on 2nd and 6. And his running back is cut down in the backfield. That's Wooten. And that's Vincent Laney, who was there to cut his feet out from under him for no gain. Looks like they maybe gave him 1. They gave him 1 on the fall forward. 3rd down and 5.
Wooten's playing a good football game. He caught that from the outside. Left unblocked, squeezed nicely, and made that play.
Third down and 5 for the Warriors, trailing 7-6. Early stages, third quarter. Miller in motion, low snap. Soper looking over the middle, has his man caught inside the 30. With that middle seam, that's the second time they've connected on that middle seam route to Miller, and each time it's resulted in a first down.
Great read, good route. It split the safeties widen to try to get some depth so they can cover the entire field, and they slipped that tight end right down the middle. Excellent job by the quarterback, seeing that and fitting it in perfectly.
Pickup of 17, but there's a flag down at the 31, so ineligible downfield.
Well,
that's going to take it away.
Shooting themselves in the foot. Let's see what happened.
And that was the story with Danville in the second half last week. And a similar script is playing out tonight, much to the dismay of the home crowd.
Seemed to me the tight end was covered up.
I read the umpire's lips. It looked like he said 51.
No.
So instead of it being 1st and 10 inside the Lebanon 25, it's 3rd and 10 back at the 49. Soper rolling to the wide side, mobile pocket, looks down the field, throws. It's caught by Tanksley right at the marker. He needed the 39, and he leapt at the 39 and bring it in. Let's see what kind of spot he got. It looked like he did not get a favorable spot. Boy, oh boy. Look like he caught that at the 39, and they marked him at the 40.
Yeah,
boy, that's not a good spot.
We like the play, though.
Absolutely.
We like the throw. He's rolling to his left. Throws the out beautifully. Just a little bit short.
So 4th down and 1. Warriors are 0 for 1 tonight on 4th down. Soper's under center. And he'll give it straight ahead, pounding his way for the 1st down. That's Wooten. 1st down, Warriors.
That O-line dug in. They were not to be denied. Came off the football nice and low, textbook style. Moved the chains.
Ball at the 37, fresh set of downs for the Warriors. We trail by 1, 7-6. Each team with a touchdown in the second quarter. Danville had its PAT blocked. Hence the 1-point Lebanon lead. Tight formation for Soper. Wooten circles around to the wide side, takes the pitch. And he can't get the edge. Lebanon all over that. Waiting there to wrap him up was Levi Poland, number 20.
They are bound and determined to run that toss. They've tried 4 or 5 at least different formations to try to get outside. Tigers are just doing a nice job of containment and running to the ball.
Loss of 1 on the play. 13 carries for 38 yards for Wooten. He's the leading rusher in this ball game. 2nd down and 11. Again, tight formation. Wooten circles that way. They give to the first man through. That's Robinson, and he accelerates up the right hash near the line to gain, setting up 3rd down and short.
Great cut by the back. The safety filled as he should, but he filled a little too far outside. Back made a nice little skip cut in the middle, and boom, right there, and takes it north and south, and he's quite the locomotive when he gets up the field.
Same formation. How much did the previous play set up that play?
That's everything. That's everything, but they're not going to gamble right here.
3rd and 2. And again, they go straight ahead, just as Coach predicted. And it's Colton Mosley straight ahead for his first carry of the night. Colton Mosley moves the chains.
Well,
his first carry of the night, he takes it for 10, or call it 9, and a 1st down.
And you could just tell when your line Well, one of us said they were going to open it up.
You
and
did.
That one was dead wrong. Couldn't be me, could
They're
it?
going to pound it away is what they're going to do. Robinson
Can't blame them.
Picks up 6. Call it 4, 4 for Robinson. It's the 10th play of the drive that began on the 49-yard line of Lebanon.
Here they got it blocked.
Pitch to the wide side again, and
job.
again, Shockley is the man there to blow up the corner.
They had it blocked. Shockley just got off the block, and his quickness made him unblockable, and he saved what could have been a big gainer.
Wooten with a loss of 2. Loss of 2 for Wooten. 3rd down and 8.
Love that toss. Must have a pass come on off of it.
3rd down and 8. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. This has been a very deliberate, physical game. Soper stands in, has a man wide open. It's underthrown. He goes up to get it. He got it. Touchdown. Ball was underthrown, but Jay Scrafton adjusted first And he went up to get it for the touchdown, and Danville has the lead.
Excellent job of throwing the pass off that toss. Single receiver, ran the post. It was not beautifully thrown, but when both hands go up, it's gorgeous, meaning the officials.
Danville will go for 2 here.
They like this tight wing formation all half.
Soper looking in the end zone. Boy, he had Fullwider wide open in the end zone and missed him. And the 2-point conversion is no good.
Well, that's the problem when you're rolling to your left, you're a right-hander. He couldn't get his feet set. He couldn't get his feet set to throw that. Had no choice but to take it up. Didn't actually roll, just kind of scrambled his way to the left. And didn't have the platform to throw the football that he needed. So the
18-yard touchdown pass from Connor Soper to Jay Scrafton. 12 plays, 49 yards. The drive stats. Second catch of the night for Scrafton. While we have a second, we'll remind you that tonight's game is brought to us by College Prospects of America. The CPOA team knows college recruiting and is available 24/7 to provide solutions that serve you. They're your total advocate. The CPAO team will work tirelessly to provide counsel and assess and seek answers for you and your family. From our first phone call through your college graduation, everything between. Email my partner Joe Polizzi at cpoateam@gmail.com for more information. 12-7 our score. In a game that, Coach, both you and I have more than a little passing interest on. Bishop Chatard leads Roncalli 14-7, late third.
Yes.
Up on the north side.
A match, a tough match. And really, that's about the way that game should go, right?
Yep.
14-7.
14-7, late third, physical.
Similar football
Physical
game right here.
Much like what we've seen here. So Danville in front for the first time tonight. They tried a kind of misdirection short kick. And this time it's a little ground ball. It's picked up, almost fumbled at the 25. Danville wants absolutely nothing to do with Caden Lark after his 74-yard reverse field punt return in the first quarter. So
well,
good field position for the Tigers, taking over at the 29.
Can't blame him for that. You do not want to get beat by a young man that's that dangerous. Keep the ball out of his hands. But I do wish to see him get the ball a little bit offensively because he is dangerous.
First time tonight that Lebanon has been in a position to play from behind. Tigers did that exclusively in the first 2 games, never led. Folden stands in, has time. And the pass out in the flats, batted down. Cam McMahon got a hand on it.
Good pressure coming up the field, got his hands up.
Correction, Braden Krager. That was 28, not 20. Krager, the defensive end, who caught a touchdown pass last week. Got a hand up there to knock it away.
You know, it's probably just as well because that was so well covered. You do not want to turn it over and give up a quick 6 right here.
And the last thing you want to do if you're Lebanon is go 3 and out and put your defense right back on the field. Second down carry. Stop and go attempt by Shockley, and Danville's there to turn him away. First hole evaporated, and then as he tried to turn the corner, Carter Pruitt made the stop for no gain.
The Tigers need to mix it up. Misdirection. Get the ball out of that inside box. Danville is playing the game that they love to play defensively. Gap control, running the football, and they're getting excited about it.
Third down and 10. Folden jogging over to the sideline to get the play call. Tigers come to the line, just 4 on the play clock. Have to hurry. And Jeff Smock calls time. There's no conceivable way the Tigers were going to get that play off. We'll stay here with 2:26 left in the third quarter, and Danville leading 12-7. Tonight's game brought to us by Warner Financial, a firm who utilizes customized investment solutions to meet your financial goals. From investments and planning for retirement to partnerships and tax strategy, Warner Financial does it all. Call them today at 317-735-9202 to learn more about how you can secure your financial future. And tonight's game also brought to us by Endeavor Communications. They would like to say welcome to the high school football season. Endeavor is proud to be part of this local event and wish all the athletes good luck during this competition. Together with their members, Endeavor Communications is committed to helping their local community thrive. For more information about the communities they serve and the services they offer, visit them at weendeavor.com. And if you're enjoying this contest tonight, reach out to Endeavor and let them know that you would like to see more high school football on Endeavor. We can second that without reservation. 3rd down and 10. Folden flushed, trying to elude Smith, and he does. Still on the run. He's got the first down. He's into Danville territory. He's down the sideline. He's inside the 20, angling toward the goal line, and he's going to take it in. Jackson Folden scrambling for 71 yards and a touchdown. My, oh my.
What an electric play. I told you his confidence just keeps getting better and better. He was done for. He broke the containment there, and it was just all over. Great job of will and speed, and along with some poor courses to the football on the defense, that adds up to an electrifying run.
Jackson Folden, a 71-yard touchdown run, and Lebanon has regained the lead.
He's got to catch his win here. He's got to hold this. Is very important. PAT.
13-12 the score. High snap.
Boom.
Johnson with the kick, and he missed it wide left. So the PAT is no good. 13-12 the score. Boy, you just kind of have lingering, as tight as this game has been, that some of the special teams' missed opportunities may factor in. But let's take a look at this Folden scramble. He gets away from Smith, and then he's gone.
Look at the angles they had, and he just out-willed them.
He was encircled by 4 maroon shirts at the 50-yard line and somehow came away and got out of there.
Good instincts and some help by the defense and fundamental pursuit.
Second rushing touchdown of the night for Jackson Folden, the junior quarterback, converted from a wideout, which is where he played last year. Folden with 92 yards rushing tonight.
We would classify that as an excellent answer.
Wow, did not see that coming.
What a game. What a game. It's physical, it's exciting. Both teams are playing expertly coached, and the play calls have been phenomenal.
I don't know about you, Coach, but I have a gut feeling that there's at least 3 more plot twists before the end of this one.
Okay. I would not doubt that a bit.
We've got a quarter and change still to go.
Doubt that a bit, but it looked like a minute ago the Warriors had all the momentum in the world. Quickly evaporated.
Acting on to kick it away. Let's see if he puts it deep or pops one here mid-range. It'll be the first one. Taken at the 11 by Wilson, and he's chopped down shy of the 25. So Danville begins there. Grayson Wilson's return out to the 24. Cade Spanhook on the tackle.
Nice job on coverage. Very rarely do you get to shout out for a kick cover guy, but that was just an excellent job. Beating the protection, beating the block, and making the big hit. Keeping him down in the hole.
Danville very physical and effective on its last drive. Let's see how Connor Soper and the offense respond here. No one open downfield, so Soper with a nice first down scramble to set up second down and short.
Real good look at the Tigers' zone defense. They dropped 8 and had every zone covered. Quarterback had no options but to try to get outside the containment.
Pick up a 4 for Soper.
Good, nice pass defense.
Second down and 6. Soper looks downfield, has a man wide open in the middle. It's caught by Caden Collins. He's got a first down out across the 40.
Get it out of the pocket, worked across the grain on the zone defense, settled in a nice window in the middle. Quarterback delivered it nicely.
Collins' third catch. Soper has completed 7 straight passes. And his offense has got it first and 10 at the 41. Give to Robinson around right end. He jumps through the first set of tacklers and able to vault his way out near the 50 before he's tackled by Brendan Shockley.
So don't forget about me. Give me the ball. Robinson wanted his hands on the ball, ran hard. It was a nice changeup. It was turning into a pass game, and he quickly put a stop to that.
Second down and 3 after the 7-yard pickup from Robinson. And not a lot there as Wooten runs right up the backs of his offensive line for not much. Maybe 1. I like the contrast between kind of the elusive speed of Wooten and the physical pounding of Robinson. That's a nice 1-2 Danville has.
Absolutely, absolutely. You can see why they want to run the football. They're trying to pull and trap up front, and it's allowing a little too much penetration. Tigers are quick up there. They may not be big, but they have some quickness. It's tough to trap a quick team like that.
3rd and 1, and it is sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield on 3rd and 1.
Jumped it. Nice play. Wooten sniffed it out exactly. Yeah,
loss of a couple there, and
we're going to let this
game
expire.
clock's ahead of the play clock. So Danville will let the 3rd quarter expire before the Warriors come back and run this 4th down play on the other side of the quarter break. We will take a quarter break as well. 13-12 the score. Lebanon on top. 12 minutes to play here from Danville. Should be entertaining. Stay with us. We're back after this. You're watching Indiana High School football on the ISC Sports Network.
The ISC Sports Network is your home for sports content across the Hoosier State. Find us live on TV and streaming or archived on our website and our app. The ISC is your one-stop shop for the content you want to see, including high school sports, college sports, and other great events throughout the year. Subscribe to our streaming service and get access to it all. ISC, local lives here.
Looking to keep your home comfortable year-round? Look no further than Masters Heating and Cooling. Right now, you can save up to $2,599 on new system installations with 0 down and up to 72 months financing. That's unbeatable value and unbeatable comfort. And if you're just looking to maintain your current home comfort system, we've got you covered with a $69 tune-up from Masters. Don't miss out. Both offers expire April 30th. Contact Masters Heating and Cooling today and experience the ultimate in home comfort.
Rob Brown, Joe Polizzi, back with you on Hawaii night here at Hendricks Regional Health Field, raising money for the cause in Maui. Students doing their part to put Maui on everyone's mind and be generous with their wallets, wearing their Hawaiian garb. Down below us to our right, as we begin play to start the final quarter, 4th and 3 for Danville, and the Warriors down 1 are in punt formation. Collins gets away a short wobbly kick that will head out of bounds. That is not a very long kick. I know they wanted to avoid kicking it deep to Caden Lark. But that will go down as a 22-yard punt as it skipped out of bounds at the 30.
And they needed a boomer. Coach Comer was hoping for a boomer.
Yeah, I think the thought there, Coach, is if you're not going to go for it, the way your defense is played, you pin them deep and play the field position game only down a point. But a punt to the 30 nullifies that a little bit.
Doesn't always go as planned, now does it?
Nope. That goes back to the statement you made in the second quarter. So you want to be a coach, do you? Do you know what you're getting into? 1st and 10 for Lebanon, leading this game. Second lead the Tigers have had tonight, led 7-6, then Danville led 12-7. Tigers back on top with the football, 13-12. Shockley covers up the football, driving his way forward for a couple. Neither team has turned it over yet. You get the feeling there might be one cooking here in the fourth quarter, and that might decide the game, especially if it occurs in a team's own half of the field.
I will say they are playing it close to the vest. Nobody wants that turnover. And in a game like this, you know that's what loses games for you. So they're going to keep it close to the vest. Somebody will take a risk, but it must be calculated.
Give to Shockley again. This time he's ankle tackled. Nice job by number 74, Braden Hahn, to ankle tackle him because Shockley had a little bit of a seam there.
Yeah, if he would have ran through that one, he was gone. Well, maybe not. Safety came up well.
Hahn tripped him up after a pickup of 4, 3rd and 3. Folden again gives to Shockley. He's got a first down. He's into the secondary, and he's loose down the sideline. Red shirt's in pursuit, and he's finally pushed out of bounds inside the 35. So Brendan Shockley with the big 3rd down run to reset the down box and allow the Tigers to run some more time.
Well blocked, nice quick cut, and then turn on the Jets.
Gain of 36. Longest run from scrimmage for either team tonight. Shockley takes it all the way down to the 31 of Danville.
Great balance, great quickness, and knocking on the door.
56 yards for Shockley. Folden fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, and lunges his way inside the 25 for a good first down pickup.
We have certainly seen momentum swings, haven't we?
Gain of 7 for Folden. He's closing in on 100 yards, 99 to be exact for Folden. On just 7 carries. Of course, a 71-yarder will help the average.
He certainly is running with confidence. And that's the guy that the defense doesn't always account for.
Shockley into the secondary. He's got a first down before he's tackled there by Chase Denton. Shockley moves the chains again. Pickup of 8 on 2nd and 3.
Very disheartening when you're on the sideline and you're calling defense and they're able to penetrate your first line and punch a hole in that defensive line and hit a quick one. I could see some movement coming here. Something to make something happen. Don't just stand there. They do not want to stand there and get blocked.
Shockley again. Ooh,
Bounce
he makes his
and go.
second effort to get outside. Now seeking the pylon, and he got it.
Shockley.
Brendan Shockley. His first touchdown of the season. 3rd rushing touchdown of the night for the Tigers, and the lead is 7.
Well blocked. Bounce to the outside. Turn on the Jets after a nice cut. Great individual effort. Great individual effort.
Shockley for Lebanon leads this ball game 20-12. There's the run. Look at the run again by Shockley. What an effort by Shockley on the drive. Shockley had 67 yards rushing on the drive to put Lebanon up 8.
Well, at one point, I do remember saying that Danville was skilled and mastered stopping the run.
Well,
since then, the Tigers have cranked it up. They're making some great individual efforts. It's not a porous defense. They're just doing They're doing the exact right job of finding the weakness.
Well, for the second week in a row, last week it was 230 yards rushing for Mooresville in the second half. Tonight, over 150 yards rushing in the second half and 2 touchdowns for Lebanon. And a couple long ones, 71-yard touchdown run for Folden and a 36-yarder for Shockley on that drive. And Danville finds itself looking at its biggest deficit of the night, down 8 with 9:17 to go. Acton is on to kick it away. And he hits it deep, taken at the 15 by Tanksley. And he's tripped up and vaults forward out near the 30-yard line. Danville begins there. Warriors have all 3 timeouts. Plenty of time left, 9:14 to go.
You know, somebody ought to tell Tanksley that he's not 225 pounds.
He is not. He's a long way from that.
But he runs like he is. Love the way he takes it up there.
So Danville with his back up against it here in the final 9.5 minutes. Soper rolls on first down. Pass caught by the aforementioned Tanksley. And that's what he does well, get out in space and make a play.
He does. He's quick and he's tough, and that was a nice play by the quarterback, rolling to his left, throwing the out to his left. That takes some skill, and that's what they're going to need to close down this drive and get back in range.
Tankley's 3rd catch. Soper has completed 8 straight. Ball out to the 40. Pickup of 10. First down. Soper looking downfield. Has a man. He's wide open. And he could not collect it at the 30. Oh, my. Sutton Fullwider had 2 strides on the nearest defensive back. May have turned his head the wrong way. Looked over the wrong shoulder. It came over the right shoulder. He looked left initially and could not bring it in.
Would have been a great catch. It's so tough to catch it right over your head. But you got to love the aggressive offensive call. First down going for the marbles with that wheel route. And I promise you they'll come back to that before it's all over.
Second down and 10. Lebanon shows blitz pre-snap, now backs away. In the flat, thrown to Wooten. And not a lot there as
good support.
Windhorst and Reese combined to stop Wooten for a gain of 1.
Reese is he is an impressive young man.
And he was a regional qualifier in the 100 meters last year, so you know he's got a little bit of speed.
Yeah, he is. He's been impressive. Unsung, but impressive.
3rd down and 9. Danville trailing by 8. Inside 8.5 to go. Soper rolls right, throws that way. It's caught by Collins, but short of the line to gain.
The fans want.
Fans thought that
they want a penalty.
Vincent Laney was a little aggressive, escorting Collins out of bounds.
Well, you got to go for this one. You may want a timeout to get your absolute perfect call. Tank coming back in.
Danville has all 3 timeouts. 4th down and 2. Line to gain is the 50. Ball at the 48. Trip set to the right of Soper, to the wide side. Soper looking, throws, has a man caught, and he's got room.
Gone.
Collins into the house for the touchdown. 52-yard touchdown on 4th and 2. Caden Collins' 2nd touchdown catch of the season. Soper's 2nd touchdown pass of the night.
Just when you think you got it figured out, they're going to run the ball. They throw that quick post. Beautiful job, right in stride. Bringing it all the way home. Great execution, good call. What a game we've got here.
Collins' 5th catch of the night. His 2nd longest catch of the season. He had a 63-yarder in week 1 at Greencastle. Down 2, the Warriors will go for 2. Have the choice of where they want the ball. They want it left hash. Robinson is the back in pistol formation behind Soper. Soper rolls, throws, and they got it. Teak Tanksley is the man to tie this game. And we're all tied up at 20.
Super QB play. Well, that's what we're seeing here in this 4th quarter. And you ask yourself the question, do I want to be a coach? Yeah, when you're doing this kind of stuff, there's nothing more fun on earth. Great drive, electrifying drive.
Take a look at the touchdown pass again on 4th and 2.
Well set up. Drew the coverage with that flat route. Hit the post, and it's all over.
It was just that little beat where he looked out in the flat to Wooten. And now the 2-point conversion. One-on-one play. Tanksley against Laney, and Tanksley finds it to tie the game.
Tanksley's going to win that battle every time. Give him a step up field and then work to the flat. Nice route, and finally got their PAT situation worked out.
Well, while we have a moment, we'll remind you that tonight's game is brought to us by Erdl & Company, a locally owned health insurance broker, and they partner with Indiana businesses to control medical insurance costs. Their physician-led medical team travels directly to your business with the mission of delivering preventative care, chronic disease management, and weight management. Contact Erdl & Company today at 317-577-2777 for a free consultation so they can get started now, helping your group save money and increase profits. Coach, I believe that someone who looks a lot like me said that there may be a couple more plot twists coming.
Okay.
And I don't think we've exhausted our supply yet. I think there's still more afoot.
Don't ruin your shoulder, pat yourself on the back.
Yeah, that's right. Short kick.
Get down, big fella.
Fielded inside the 50 by Williamson, and he drags it out across the 50, but it looks like, no, that's just a piece of fabric. It looked like a flag might have been down at midfield, just a piece of yellow fabric, a small piece. So good field position for Lebanon, and tie score.
That squib kick is hurting them. You're giving them half the field to go each drive, and that's a plus for the guys in the white shirts.
You're all surprised they didn't kick it deep with the score tied?
I don't like giving them half the field when they've got this much clock.
All given to the back through. That's Shockley. He picks up a couple.
That's right in front of us. There is hellacious football going on in that front seven. This is a heated rivalry. They are desperate to win that first game of the conference. Both sides.
It is more than a little bit physical up front at this point in the proceedings.
It's just pounding it.
Shockley with 81 yards and a touchdown on 16 carries. 2nd down and 9. 7 minutes to go, tie game. Folden faked the pass. Now throws it in the flat to Lark. He's got a little avenue to accelerate down the sideline. And he's very close to the line to gain. That was a running play as it passed backwards. So it's a pickup of 8.
Isn't he something?
He's electric.
He has got some feet.
3rd down and 1. That ball went backwards, so it goes down in the books as a running play. Pickup of 8 for Lark. 3rd down and 1. Tie game. Home crowd below us on their feet, imploring for some defense. Shockley into the crowd, falls forward. He's got a 1st down. Webb and Hahn wrapped him up, but not before Shockley moves the chains. Shockley has been a workhorse here in this second half.
Some good physical football in there. 6'6" Eli Bridges is earning his post-game meal.
Evan Lawrence coming back on for Danville's interior. New set of downs for Lebanon. Tie score at 20 after Danville converted a 4th and 2 from midfield for a 52-yard pass. Shockley tries to run out of the first grasp, and he runs into the second grasp. That's the second time tonight that Lawrence has gotten behind the line of scrimmage to hold up a ball carrier, and then a teammate has finished him off. And now we have a man down. Jaden Ranney, the junior right guard, is down, number 56. And he'll be tended to by the Lebanon athletic training staff. So we'll have a pause. A 2nd down and 10 on the other side. While Ranney is tended to, we'll take this timeout to remind you that tonight's game is brought to us by Endeavor Communications. Endeavor Communications would like to welcome everyone to the high school football season. They are proud to be part of this local event and wish all the athletes good luck during this competition. Together with their members, Endeavor Communications is committed to helping their local community thrive. For more information about the communities they serve and the services they offer, visit them at weendeavor.com. And if you're enjoying this broadcast tonight, and why wouldn't you? This has been a heck of a ball game. Reach out to the folks at Endeavor and let them know you'd like to see more local high school sports on Endeavor. So Jaden Ranney gets a nice hand as he's escorted off. Needs some assistance from his teammates to do so. Not able to put any kind of weight on that left leg as Ranney assisted to the side. So as we resume play, 2nd down and 6. 6:16 to go. And Lebanon has the football at the Danville 38. Folden stands in. Flush in the pocket, and he's dropped. Back out at the 45. Andrew Smith got him. 2nd sack of the night for the Danville defense, setting up 3rd down and long.
A little miscommunication up front in the blocking schemes. It's not like they brought a blitz. It was just a missed assignment. Came off the block and caused all kinds of trouble for that Tiger offense. 3rd and 16. And you gotta keep possession here some way, somehow.
And if you're Danville, you got to get them off the field.
Exactly.
With 5 minutes and change to go.
Okay.
Pump fake in the flat. Throw down the sideline in double coverage, and it's knocked away. 2 red shirts were down there to be in the vicinity of Trey Reese. Caden Collins and Sutton Fullwider were both down there.
Look at that, beautiful coverage. Stayed home, didn't get fooled a bit, played discipline in the secondary. That's what had to happen.
Lebanon had completed 3 straight 3rd downs before that incompletion.
I thought they were going to catch him sleeping. Not today, huh?
You assume there'll be a quick kick by Folden, and it is. A short kick.
Stay away.
Fullwider just backs away. It takes a favorable Danville bounce, and a risky play there by the Danville player who jumped on that ball like a live grenade. You want to get away from that thing.
You do, but Porter knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing, and thankfully he did.
Well, the Danville defense does its job from a home crowd perspective. So offense has it back, 1st and 10 at its own 24. Tie score, 5:19 to go. Danville has all 3 timeouts remaining. Soper's under center. Give to Robinson. He jump steps for a couple. Wrapped around the ankle by Tag Williamson.
Real good linebacker play most of this game. They step up and fill holes and eliminate any inside gaps.
2nd down and 8 after the Robinson pickup of 2. Soper in shotgun now, pistol formation on 2nd down. Looking over the middle, knocked away, and a flag flies in. Tanksley, the intended receiver. And that looks to be pass interference. We have 3 penalties for each team in the first half, just 1 combined in the second half. But that's a big one there. It'll be 15 yards.
I don't know.
Unlike in the pro game, it's not a spot foul. It's a 15-yarder. It's not an automatic first down. Obviously on 2nd and 8, it is a first down.
Nice poise to throw that ball. It hit the post between the 2 safeties. To me, it looked a little risky initially, but as I see, Whiteout did a perfect job of getting his body inside, getting his hands on that post.
Fresh set of downs for Danville out near midfield. Pass in the flat, caught by Tanksley. Has some blockers in front of him before he's encircled by 3 white shirts at the 45. Gain of 4. Tanksley's 4th catch of the night.
So hard to hold those blocks out in the perimeter for that long. Tanksley hit the crease aggressively, but the defense just had too much time to get off blocks and make the play. But he sure does play recklessly.
Soper rolling wide side. Has a man in the middle, caught. That's Scrafton at the 40. Just ran into an open spot and turned and posted up, and his
Nice
quarterback
job.
found him for the first down.
Nice job. Those whiteout coaches work hard on this. You push them deep, you get yourself some cushion, settle, catch the curl, work it up the field.
Pickup of
Getting fun
13.
here, Rob. Getting fun.
Pickup of 13. 3rd catch for Scrafton. Another fresh set of downs. Wooten makes a jump cut, and before he's undercut, and the ball comes out. Lebanon saying it has the ball, but the side judge calling the ball down. Ball came loose. Lebanon has it, but the side judge immediately indicated the ball was down when Wooten hit the ground. The ground cannot cause a fumble. The pickup of 8.
Yeah, good call. Good call.
Wooten picked up 7. 2nd down and 3. Robinson trying to get outside, turn
Nice
the corner.
cut.
He does. He's inside the 20. 15 before he's pushed out of bounds.
Wow, you talk about a 1-2 punch. He made a great cut and bounced it and hit the Jets.
And Robinson was knocked out of bounds. And then there's a Lebanon player knocked out of bounds with Robinson.
Bounce, outrun, and turn the corner. Good job across the board, setting it up with formation into the boundary and making a great cut to get it to the outside of the short side of the that, but he made a good decision by being patient. The curl route opened up, dropped it right in. Great execution. 6 points, very important. PAT right here.
Scrafton's second touchdown catch of the night.
I love the poise when they answer these calls like this.
26-20.
It's been a wild
They're going to go for it here.
momentum.
Interesting, going for it up 6.
Yeah.
They'll go for 2. And somebody moved, I think. Nope, Jamie Comer called timeout.
He says, I'm not so sure we want that. I'm not so sure we want that.
I'm a little surprised going for 2 up 6.
Let's see what he says, if he really wants it or not. But the safe thing, of course, unless he's just knows more about the kicking game than we do. But,
And that's certainly possible. Let's not underscore that. That's certainly possible. He knows his kicker infinitely better than we do.
They have done a
Meanwhile,
nice
let's
job.
take a look at a couple of the passes, or the touchdown pass here to Scrafton, the second one of the night.
Yeah, that was a bust in the secondary. Great job of finding the open window from the wideout. Nice patience by the QB. Again, it looked like he could have ran that in, but he knew what was going on and showed great poise in getting it to the open man. Now let's see what we got here, Jamie.
Well, we
Coach
talked
Comer.
about earlier in the quarter, I came close to hyperextending my shoulder, patting myself on the back.
And you're
I
gonna
am
do it
though.
again?
No, I'm going to go back to something you said and pat you on the back. You said that they're going to open it up here in the second half. And looking at Connor Soper's second half numbers, Soper has passed for 143 yards, excuse me, and is 11 of 12 in the second half, and 2 touchdown passes.
And some nice calls.
They got 3 touchdown passes.
Taking
Excuse me.
advantage of defensive weaknesses. Off the corner.
Soper,
No.
lob to the corner. Collins up to get it. Did he get it? Yes, he did.
Flag, but that's going to be on the kickoff.
Flag is down.
Okay.
Flag is down. Let's see what the play is. Meanwhile, let's take a look at this 2-point conversion. Double coverage.
Go up. Go up and pull it down.
And here's an idea. Throw the PAT is good. They'll assess it on the kickoff. Here's an idea. If you're going to throw that lob to the corner, throw it to the guy who's a 6'7" high jumper. How about that?
You think they had us? You think he had it down all the way? We're wondering about the decision, and he knew exactly what was going to happen. They've worked that play a trillion times in practice. Great execution. Great execution. This is these guys are having fun coaching, and there's 2:36 remaining.
28-20.
And we got a hot quarterback on the other sideline.
So Connor Soper in this second half, let me go through those numbers one more time. 143 yards passing. He is 10 out of 11, 3 touchdown passes, and he's also thrown 2 passes to convert 2-point plays in this second half.
Yeah, we saw him getting better and better last week, and he's just carried it on here.
Second straight week he's thrown for over 200 yards. He has 218 on the game tonight. Threw for 205 in the loss here last week to Mooresville.
Has such a good grasp of the offense. He knows exactly where the ball needs to go versus whatever coverage they show him. And he has such poise in his delivery. He's been very impressive today.
So 5-yard walk-off on the penalty. The touchdown by Danville, the 3rd lead change of the night. Lebanon has 2 timeouts to work with, trailing by 8.
Come on. Come on.
Here's the question here.
Kick it to Lark, will you?
Do they kick it deep, or a squib kick basically gives the ball to Lebanon in Danville territory when you're kicking it off from the 25-yard line?
I answer C, none of the above.
None of the above.
No, you put it somewhere. If you're skilled enough, you put it somewhere where it's Lark doesn't get it, but it's still not a squib.
Simmons hits a low twister.
That's a good kick.
And that goes out of bounds.
Did it hit number 3?
It did not. It hit at the 35-yard line, about 5 yards shy of Trey Reese, and then took a right turn out of bounds. I believe that brings the ball out to the 40.
Yes. Yes. God, they had the right idea. That was a nice kick. They're going to kick it again.
They're going to make them re-kick it. They, being Lebanon, will make Danville kick it again.
Careful what you ask for, huh?
So that's another 5 yards. So now you've got Dylan Simmons kicking off from the 20. .236 to go. What a game we've had for you tonight. 3 lead changes.
Great football, electric play on the field.
5 touchdowns in the second half after 2 in the first half, combined between the two teams.
Combination of good rock solid fundamentals and electric skill play.
So Luke Woolsey is kicking this ball off, not the normal man, Simmons. Woolsey, 22, is lined up to kick it away. And he hits a ground ball. Well, that's a really short field. Lebanon has it at the 34-yard line.
Yeah.
Oh, my. Fourth Lebanon drive tonight, beginning in plus territory. This one starts at the 34-yard line of Danville. So
let's go, D.
Jamie Comer is putting this game on the backs of his defense now. When you make the decision to kick that ball on the ground, you're telling your defense, go win this game for us.
Line it up, boys. Exactly. I don't think that was the kick he dialed up, but you got to live with it.
Folden stands in, looks left, and the pass is behind his intended receiver, Sam Kiker. First time Kiker has been targeted tonight.
Just enough heat to distract that quarterback. Now you're playing against the chains, 2nd long.
Lebanon has 2 timeouts remaining. So you would presume with 2:32 to go and the 2 timeouts, they could be they don't have to be constricted to the sideline.
Right.
With the time that's remaining. Folden to give up the middle of the Shockley, and he's wrapped around the waist and pulled back by Braylon Krager. No gain. 3rd down and 10.
How many timeouts? You have got to make sure this is your exact best 3rd down call.
3rd down and 10 at the 34. 2 minutes to go. Lebanon with the football, trailing by 8. 3 lead changes here in the second half. Folden stands in. Now he's flushed, and he runs right into the rush. Waiting there for him was Trey Ross with a little help from
that pocket collapsed so quickly, it hurt to have
Porter Prather and Trey Ross teaming up for that sack. So Danville calls its final timeout.
0
yards.
yards.
Or Lebanon, excuse me. Lebanon calls its 2nd timeout.
0 yards on 1st down really hurt the rhythm of this drive. 2nd long, you try to run it. 3rd and long, they're teeing off on you. And now, this is where you make the big bucks. Played such a great game. called such a great game. And the quarterback has played so well. Pretty exciting here.
1:45 to go, 28-20. Lebanon trying to extend the game. Danville trying to get one more stop and move to 1-0 in the Sagamore Conference.
We got a little confusion, a little bust in the secondary.
And Jamie Comer.
Good call. He's had some key timeouts at the right time.
Did not like
No, they were bouncing
what he
around.
saw.
They were bouncing around unsure, and that was the perfect time to make that correction.
Well, typically when you see one of the coaches with a headset on jumping around pre-snap like his pants are on fire, something is amiss.
Yeah, that outside backer lined up on the wrong side, and then he just lined up and he was ready to come. And you know that would have left the zone wide open. So they're going to get it ironed out.
Second time tonight that we've seen Lebanon call a timeout, come out to run a fourth down play, and Jamie Comer did not like either what he saw from Lebanon or what he saw from his own alignment. He called a consecutive timeout.
Master of the game.
So fourth down and 11. Here we go. Two receivers right, one left.
Ooh, look at that big down the middle. Those safeties are wide. That's
Everyone
scary.
on the home side below us on their feet. Fourth down and 11. Four-man rush. Folden stands in. Pass caught by Lark. Seeking the chains. He's got it. Ho, ho, ho. My, oh, my. Lark turned on the athleticism as he turned the corner, and he moves the chains on fourth down. What a play.
Nice job. Ran off the safeties, hit the underneath, and somebody has been saying all game to get him the football. I'm not sure which one of us.
Somebody who looks a lot like you. 11-yard catch. Lark has 6 catches. Huge fourth down conversion.
Four
and
more shots
Lark got out of bounds to stop the clock. So Lebanon did not have to use its final timeout.
I don't know who's recruiting Lark, but they better get on him.
Only a junior. First and 10 at the 24. Folden.
Down the seam.
No one open.
Wide
now
open.
He flips it open. In the end zone, through the hands, overthrown. He threw it a little high for Lark. Lark was open momentarily.
And he stopped, and the quarterback did not anticipate him stopping. Thus, they were off sync.
Boy, if he'd have kept going to the back corner.
Yeah,
because he had 2 strides on Collins, the defender, did Lark.
Yeah.
Instead, incomplete pass.
That would scare me, though, with him out there. 3 more shots.
1:31 to go. Second down and 10. Folden swings it out to the wing. Caught by Pollock.
Running.
But he's no gain.
Folden's pass is complete to 9. Brendan Shockley. Tackle made by 12, Caden Collins.
That was Brendan Shockley, on the catch. Injury timeout as there's a man down in front of the Danville bench. I believe it's a Lebanon player, however. So the clock stops momentarily to deal with taking care of the injured player, and that is Pollock. Pollock actually made that catch. It was not Shockley on the catch. .120 to go. Still Pollock
that hurts.
taking his time getting off the field as he was shaken up on the hard tackle right in front of the Danville bench. I believe, though, he was tackled in bounds, so when Pollock gets off the field, they should wind the clock. I did not see an indication that Pollock was tackled out of bounds.
They're giving up a lot down the middle of that field.
And they indeed wind the clock. 3rd down and 10. Fake the give. Pass over the middle. It's caught by Larkin. He walks it in. Touchdown. 24-yard catch. Caden Lark right down the middle seam. And Lebanon is within 2 points of tying it up.
Those safeties were outside the hash, and they just threw a clothesline down the middle of that field to the best athlete on the field.
And you pointed out a couple times, Coach, how wide those safeties were split.
Yeah. Yeah. With that trips open, trips wide formation, you got to be ready to come off the hash, but you can't put it on a platter for them.
Here's the play to tie the game. Lebanon trails by 2.
All right. Let's see how they look.
And Jeff Smock wants to call his final timeout.
Seems like they saw
There's
man
Jeff Smock
coverage
with the visor on. Talking to his team. Smock in his 7th year, a Lebanon graduate. Let's take a look at this touchdown pass. First touchdown pass of the night for Folden. After Lebanon's 3 previous touchdowns, 2 of which were from Folden, were on the ground.
Looked like the left safety bit down for some reason, and it was thrown over the top of them. They saw what they wanted. They got their trips formation. It's going to be man coverage if they come back. So that means some kind of a pick or rub route for the 2-point play. How exciting is this? Huh?
Pretty good.
Fantastic.
Pretty good. Offensive coordinator Mark Brown talking to his offense there. So here we go. 2-point lead for the home team, Danville. Lebanon going for 2, trying to tie it up. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left.
Coverage.
And the play's blown dead. Jamie Comer wants time. 3rd time tonight we've had back-to-back timeouts called by the respective head coaches.
He had a guy misaligned, and he jumped in where he was supposed to be late. And Jamie said, we're not taking a chance with this.
So team's out of timeouts. This is like a poker game, and who's going to blink first?
It is. We wondered why he went for 2.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, absolutely. In hindsight, yeah. It's a huge call in hindsight. Unconventional at the time, but boy, it's everything at this point. So 2-point game, 28-26. Had 3 lead changes in the last quarter and a half. Home team up 2. Danville trying to hold on. Lebanon looking to tie the game. Still 1:13 to go if Lebanon does tie the game. Folden has 3 to his right. Rolling that way. Looking in the end zone. He overthrew his man. Intended receiver was Colton Pollard.
The defense hold. They got bottled up in that corner. Nobody really made the adjustment to get open. And he had no choice but to
Take a look
and
again.
throw
It
it
looked
up.
like Pollard was open. He broke free. But the heat coming from the rusher caused Folden to throw that ball a little quicker than he wanted to. He didn't have time to measure it.
Exactly. It was just, that was a touchdown if defense didn't play the way they played. And it's fitting that this game came down to a great individual defensive effort. But it's not over, is it?
It is not. Lebanon is out of timeouts. Yeah, you would presume if Danville's able to recover an onside kick, the game is over.
Seeing that blue moon over there?
I see it. Tremendous moon right above the visiting grandstand.
What a day. What a day. What a night. Great football. Almost a shame that somebody's going home with a defeat.
So the proverbial hands team on the field. There's that moon we were talking about right over the visiting grandstand off to the east.
All right. This is your best, most dependable hands guys.
Joel Acton is the kickoff man, number 28 for the Tigers.
Who's out there saying, kick it right at me? I want that ball.
It's got to go 10 yards.
Kick it right to me.
And Acton hits it.
Game over.
A little too much on it, and Scrafton is there to fall on it. It didn't get that second hop that the kicker's always hoping for to get up in the air. That ball stayed low, had too much on it. Scrafton recovers.
Seemed like he kicked it with the end of his foot up in the toe area versus getting a big foot on it that would have made that hop.
And now, presumably, all that's left for Danville is the kneel downs. 28-26. Warriors lead.
What a league opener, huh? Great football, well played. Enough explosions, and certainly enough mistakes to work on. What a great game.
These teams will not play again, as Lebanon's in Class 4A, Danville in Class 3A. So it's not like they'll see each other again in the postseason. And given the respective sectionals that these two teams are in, I know it's early in the year, but I would not look past either one of these two in making a run to a sectional title.
Exactly. Coming into this game, the Tiger offense was suspect. That's not the case anymore.
Game clock is ahead of the play clock, so Soper kneels down twice, and that should do it. Teams converging toward midfield to shake hands. 3 lead changes in the final quarter and a half. And in the end, it's the home team, the Danville Warriors, stop the 2-point conversion in the final 75 seconds. Lebanon's attempt to tie the game. And the Warriors emerge victorious for the 4th straight time in this annual rivalry. Our final score tonight from Hendricks Regional Health Field, Danville 28, Lebanon 26. Stay tuned, we'll step out, we'll take a break, we'll come back. We'll wrap everything up, talk to you about it on the Masters Heating and Cooling post-game show. All that coming up next as you're watching Indiana High School football on the ISC Sports Network.
I'm Jason Werner of Werner Financial. If you're a business owner or high-income earner here in the Indianapolis area, have you ever wondered if you're making the most of every available tax deduction and strategy? Werner Financial is excited to announce our continued partnership with tax consulting firm Strategic Navigators, Inc., a team of skilled professionals dedicated to helping you navigate the complexities of the tax code. Strategic Navigators will guide you through the tax code to save you money each year on your tax bill. Contact us today and let's embark on a journey to optimize your business's financial health.
Want lightning fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town. So you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
The ISC Sports Network is your home for sports content across the Hoosier State. Find us live on TV and streaming or archived on our website and our app. The ISC is your one-stop shop for the content you want to see, including high school sports, college sports, and other great events throughout the year. Subscribe to our streaming service and get access to it all. ISC. Local lives here.
Irritated by your internet provider? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with eForce high-speed internet. Download speed? No problem. Download an HD movie in seconds with our remarkable gigabit speed. Endeavor not only provides the latest fiber optic technology, we're also here to help you use it. We also provide television, wireless, security, and telephone services with outstanding local support. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
Rob Brown and Joe Polizzi back at Danville High School. What a game we had for you tonight. 3 lead changes in the final quarter and a half. And the home team emerges victorious in this Sagamore Conference rivalry game by the score of 28-26. Let's look at how the game unfolded. Each team scored a touchdown in the first half. The difference was a blocked PAT. Lebanon turned Danville away, and as a result, the Tigers had a 7-6 lead at halftime. Danville scored first to start the second half with an 18-yard touchdown pass from Connor Soper to Jay Scrafton. The 2-point conversion no good. Danville led 12-7. Lebanon answered. Jackson Folden with a 71-yard quarterback scramble to put Lebanon back on top, 13-12, after their PAT was no good. Lebanon then led by 8, scored its final touchdown of the night on a great drive, capped by a 16-yard run from Brendan Shockley. It was 20-12 with about 9.5 minutes to go. Lebanon led by 8. But a great drive, an answer drive by Danville, brought them to a tie score. A 52-yard touchdown pass from Connor Soper to Caden Collins on a 4th and 2 at midfield. 2-point conversion was completed. That tied the score at 20. After a Danville defensive stop, Danville then drove 76 yards, capped by a 10-yard pass from Connor Soper to Jay Scrafton. Second time they hooked up tonight. 2-point conversion jump ball in the corner caught by Caden Collins. That made it 28-20. Lebanon, though, was not done. Danville opted to kick short. Lebanon was gifted a short field as a result, only 4 yards from the end zone. Caden Lark found it from 24 yards out on the pass from Jackson Folden. That made it 28-26 with 1:15 to go. Lebanon needed a 2-point try to tie the game. The pass in the back corner of the end zone was incomplete. Danville recovered the onside kick and ran the clock out for the win. What a game tonight, Coach.
It sure was. It was a great football game. Fundamentally sound. Both defenses played well. Offenses came through explosively at times. But the thing that I'm most impressed with was the big plays at the big moments. How many 3rd down and longs or 4th and longs or 2-point plays did we see them execute? And that's just a tribute to great competitors that are well coached.
Well, before we go any further, we need to remind you that tonight's postgame show is brought to us by Ertl & Company, Benefit Solutions. Find out more at ertlandcompany.com, and by Masters Heating and Cooling. Masters gets there faster. Log on to mastersheatcool.com for more information. And speaking of Masters Heating and Cooling, the Masters Heating and Cooling player of the game tonight is Danville quarterback Connor Soper. Make Masters your only call for all your heating and cooling needs, because Masters gets there faster. Call them at 866-824-HEAT or log on to mastersheatcool.com when you need them. Connor Soper with 3 touchdown passes tonight, all coming in the second half. There's the big 52-yarder on 4th and 2 to bring him within 2 points to tie the game. And then here's the 2-point try to Teak Tanksley that tied the game. That's the touchdown by Jay Scrafton, the final score that put Danville up top 26-20. So 3 touchdown passes by Connor Soper tonight. Soper finished the night 15 of 21 for 218 yards. He was 10 out of 11 with 3 touchdown passes in the second half. He was spectacular, the second-year starter for Danville. And with the win, the Warriors moved to 2-1, 1-0 in Sagamore Conference play. Lebanon suffers a tough loss, drops to 0-3, 0-1 in the conference. And you alluded to it a second ago, Coach. Lebanon came in having scored just 3 points in his first 2 games. That offense we saw tonight did not look like a team that had scored 3 points in 2 games. And when they come away disappointed, certainly they can build on this tonight.
I think they found themselves. They found out what they could do. They got some spectacular play from their quarterback, which is a lift for everybody. Now they can go back to the drawing board knowing we can accomplish this, we can accomplish that, plus we can expand our package because we know we're going to get some quality quarterback play.
The quarterback, Jackson Folden for Lebanon, threw for a touchdown pass, ran for 2, runs of 7 yards and 71 yards. He's got a lot of upside as he continues to work through that transition from being a wideout last year to a quarterback this year. There's the 70-yard touchdown run for Folden. Coach, it was a pleasure. Enjoyed it tonight. That was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Great game for you here on the ISC Network. Great crew with us as well. Greg Mash, our director. Greg Sharp, our camera operator. I'm Rob Brown. Again, our final tonight from Hendricks Regional Health Field. Danville defeats Lebanon and wins its 4th straight in the annual rivalry by the score of 28-26. On behalf of our entire ISC Network crew, it's been Rob Brown. Until we talk to you next time, so long, everybody.
The ISC Sports Network is your home for sports content across the Hoosier State. Find us live on TV and streaming or archived on our website and our app. The ISC is your one-stop shop for the content you want to see, including high school sports, college sports, and other great events throughout the year. Subscribe to our streaming service and get access to it all. ISC, local lives here.